Fuck you for talking about your mic's muted, you bitch. Victor, your mic is muted.
What?
Now we can hear you. I was
Wait,
about to say
my
something.
mic is fucked.
Your mic is fucked just like your
Can you
head.
hear me now?
Yes, we can hear you. Your mic was fucked just like your head.
And before you get to your topic, Victor, I just want to say, Jose, Haley, or Big Bomb. It's just opening weekend. Probably has a chance. In fact, I'm just gonna say it. It's gonna get the elemental treatment. It's gonna be.
Can anybody hear me now? Fucking internet.
It's gonna be the sleeper hit of the year. Because it's got positive reviews and the budget's not that high. It's only $150 million budget.
Oh yeah, bombed. Everybody's saying, "Oh, it's a disaster." Oh, this movie. I don't think so.
Trust me, it's gonna have its feet. It's gonna have its feet.
I feel like it's gonna pull an elemental.
What's the next kids movie, anyways?
Next kids movie.
Fucking Smurfs.
The Smurfs, and that's gonna flop.
I was gonna say like I'm talking kids we'd actually be able to give a fuck about. Like how many people actually give a fuck about Smurfs?
Nobody does. I mean, the advertising has been horrible. With that being said, I was going back to what I was saying before. The fucking weather outside here in New York City is fucking abysmal. 100 degrees at the moment. It is horrible. I mean, Soren lives in New York too. It's fucking horrible.
At this point, I'm hoping Victor makes a lot of Lost references, so I don't feel parched.
Ugh.
Well, I was gonna say you two. I got a bone to pick with you two. How many times a year do you have to deal with 100-degree weather up in your area?
I don't know if I had to deal with it last year. I don't think.
All right. Well, sit down and shut up because the only person that deals with 100-degree plus weather on the daily on this show is me, because I'm in the South. I'm in Texas. We deal with that. That is fucking new. That is like something that you're accustomed to. Like you be coming down. If you can't survive 100 degrees in your area for one day out of probably a few weeks, then yeah, you can't handle it down here. You'll melt like the Wicked Witch of the West.
Oof, oh, jeez.
Yeah, another reason why you don't travel.
What I wanted to talk about today, first and foremost, because I saw this thing last week, and I needed to talk about it because apparently on the Snyderverse, Snyder Cut Reddit, there is this post that came up that says, quote, the title is "Stand Up and Fight for Snyderverse" on July 11th. July 11th, for those who don't know, is the release of Superman, the James Gunn movie. I think it's July 11th, right? I'm pretty sure it is July 11th. But this is what, I shit you not, this is a real post, but it got removed off of Reddit. But of course, I have a picture of it right here. Where I could probably fucking show it to you, but it is small because mostly I could show it to you because James Gunn actually responded to the fucking to this. That's how bad it got.
Yes, because ladies and gentlemen, while you may delete a post off of somewhere, yeah, exactly, Hunter. Like you may want to forget about it, but the internet never forgets.
I'm gonna try and see if I can share. I mean, it's gonna be a little bit difficult considering it's mostly gonna be James Gunn's comment, and the actual post is a little bit small, but it will be up on the screen. But I will read it if I can. Let me just get the fucking other tab open so I can find the freaking article of this shit again, because the Snyder cults, man, they are pissing me off real bad. I mean, good Lord, can you really be this bad? Like, oh my God, it's absolutely ridiculous. Like, I thought the whole thing was okay. I'm just gonna read the fucking thing, okay? Here's what the the post originally said before it got fucking removed, because of course it got fucking taken down. It says, quote, "Fight for our Snyderverse on the imposter Superman release." Imposter. It's Bizarro. It's Bizarro. That's what this is. This is Bizarro.
The Snyderverse fans are Bizarro?
No. Here's what we can do to make a difference. 1, post spoilers everywhere. People are less likely to see it or enjoy the movie if it's already spoiled.
Well, joke's on you, Snyderverse fans. after people saw the twist in Sixth Sense, guess what? They went back and saw it again. So spoilers mean jack shit.
Yeah, exactly. 2, leave bad ratings on review sites. Oh, we're gonna pull a Snow White with the review bombing, huh? We know for sure gun bots. Yes, I shit you not. James Gunn fans, to them, are named gun bots. They think they're bots, and they're
And not just because there were robots helping Superman in the Fortress of Solitude.
well. Anyway, we know for sure that gun bots will post fake positive reviews, so we must let people know the truth and balance out the bias with realistic scores. My question to you is this: what if the movie does get good reviews? Whoa, so we're all fake? We're all fake? Oh, this is everything that Chain's gonna say, he's gonna call it a masterpiece. Oh, he's fake. He's a fake. Jesus Christ, dude.
And
Man.
to you, Snyderverse fans, here's what I have to say.
Oh,
You stupid cunt, shut your fucking mouth. Oh my god, shut up, a million times shut up. I'm going to kill you. Shut up. Nobody cares.
Number 3, and this is a fucking hole that I don't even know. This doesn't make any sense. Number 3, reserve tickets online, but don't complete the purchase. By selecting and reserving tickets, it gets taken out of the pool for a period of time, which means this has a chance of stopping gun bots from buying tickets. Movie theater ticket purchases don't work that way. They do not work that way.
Especially considering when the Amazon Prime early screening, guess what? It's sold out within hours.
And here's the problem. Oh, yeah, by just selecting and reserving without paying for it, I'm just like, this is not Live Nation, a.k.a. Ticketmaster. This is not that kind of situation. This is just a stinking movie in a stinking theater. Dudes, there's a pool now to get tickets. Movie theater tickets are easier to get than fucking concert tickets. We're treating this like, it's just like, come on. The last sentence, Gunn fired the first shot. Ha, how funny, because his name is Gunn. And killed the Snyderverse, and here's our chance to take the fight back to him. Hashtag restore the Snyderverse. Hashtag if we can't have our Superman, no one can. I'm at a loss for words.
I personally like again, as somebody who thought Man of Steel was a masterpiece, who I liked the ultimate cut of Batman v Superman. I thought Zack Snyder's Justice League was a masterpiece. And I loved his Dawn of the Dead remake, 300, Watchmen.
I forgot. I keep, and also, you know what's funny? Speaking of Dawn of the Dead, James Gunn wrote it, so what the fuck?
Yeah. Sucker Punch, while it is not good, is a guilty pleasure for me.
Sucker Punch can go fuck itself.
I enjoy for a guilty pleasure. Legend of
the Guardians.
Never saw that one, but as far as like another movie Victor hates, I did enjoy Army of the Dead. But even and yes, I was mad that I was mad that freaking we didn't get a Man of Steel 2. I was mad that that Henry Cavill was basically shafted by either politics.
I'm going to be frank now. Henry Cavill's not a draw. Look at him after Superman, and he got removed. He's not a draw.
Oh, he was really good in The Witcher.
And look what happened to that. He got fucking recasted because the showrunners decided to just go in their own direction. I guess they basically
off. Okay, so let me say this. This is the reason why I think it would more so had to do with the possibility of him doing Man of Steel 2, because why would you trade Henry Cavill
with Liam Hemsworth?
Yes, the
Gale from the Hunger Games.
Yes, the Hemsworth, the Hemsworth from Wish. It is the Temu Chris Hemsworth. I know they're brothers.
Also, this guy from Paranoia. Ever watch Chris Stuckman's
Oh yeah, I remember that movie. I only remember it because
Harrison Ford.
Yeah, but my point is that I don't think it was any of that because let's be honest here, David Cornsweet, none of us knew who in the fuck he was, except I did because I saw him in Pearl. And
I
he
saw
was
him in Twisters. That's why that was my first introduction to him.
And I liked him in the limited roles he was in. My point is, though, is that the two main leads were even Rachel Brosnahan. I didn't know too much of her.
I knew because of the Marvelous Mrs. Maisel. She's also on House of Cards for a time. She was on House of Cards.
The guy who played the black dude, I can't remember his name, but he was in X-Men Origins First Class, or X-Men First Class, excuse me. And then fucking Nathan Fillion, who does it, but again, is Nathan Fillion.
Everybody knows who Nathan Fillion is, though.
Yeah, but again, he's another one that I wouldn't really consider a draw. And then
maybe for the geeks, but not everybody else.
Yeah,
unless you talk about Castle, when you put Castle into the equation,
and Firefly.
The only person that is actually
Isabella Merced. She's the only draw.
Huh?
In the cast, Isabella Merced is the only one who has a draw because of her. She was in Alien Romulus, Last of Us Season 2. Fuck. Is there anything else? Instant Family.
Yeah, but let's be honest.
Nicholas Hoult.
Recent...
And Nicholas Hoult, too. That's right, Nicholas Hoult.
Isabella, no, like I really like. I agree with Hunter here because let's be honest here. She just got like she was into all those things within the last year. It's not something that she was.
And we don't talk about Madam Web. That shit's not her fault.
I forgot about that, Tanner.
Dora, that's right.
Always remember she was the live action Dora. My point is that like I would consider her yet because she even in those things she's never been in a starring lead role that amounted to anything. Dora doesn't count. My point is though is that Nicholas Hoult is the only person there that has any name value that people know. But
look at Nosferatu. That did pretty well. And you could argue he's the lead, although some people have argued is Lily Rose Depp the lead or Nicholas Hoult the lead. I'd say first half, Nicholas Hoult is absolutely the lead.
How did Warm Bodies do box office wise?
It did okay. It didn't do great, but I think it did
he was the lead in that, and that was when he was still kind of relative because that was around the same time he just was Beast in the X-Men movie.
Actually, it did very well, $117 million worldwide on a $35 million budget. So it did well.
So my point is the idea that they didn't want Henry Cavill because of that. It's bullshit because if they did, they would have gotten somebody marketable. Like hell, even Robert Pattinson, 10 years he was more of a draw during Twilight than he is now because he's done a lot more indie flicks. He's really good, but he needs an Oscar.
He was a lot more of a draw back in those days when he was the pretty boy. Yeah.
Look at Mickey 17. He just did the Batman and it did horribly.
And Mickey 17 was a mediocre movie. So
I need to watch it. I need to watch it.
It's
good, but not great.
It's mediocre. I think it was just
okay. Soren?
Mickey 17 is good, but not great.
I thought it was just okay.
Now, going back to everything, right? I went on.
Yes. Let's focus now.
With Henry Cavill, I was mad when they weren't going to do another Man of Steel. I can't because again, Zack Snyder is the reason why I became a big Superman fan. I watched the original Christopher Reeve movies, so just before anybody says anything, I've seen Superman Returns, which I still think is really fucking good. It is a great character study on what it's like for a man to be God. But as far as a Superman movie, it's not good. But I still think, and I fucking hate that Brandon Routh got shafted the way he did because I'm glad he's gotten a little bit more recognition nowadays. Kind of like Hayden Christensen, if we're being honest with you. Even though Brendan Routh was definitely light years better than fucking Hayden Christensen back then.
Well, to be fair, it depended on the role of Christensen. Remember, you seen Shatterglass? It's fucking fantastic.
I even liked him in that one for throwaway movie Takers.
Oh, I remember that loosely. I think it had Chris Brown in it when he was after he.
It had some good music in there too. But my point is though is that regarding Henry Cavill, I was mad, that he was not in the what do you call it, in this movie and all that shit. But the main reason why, and even if it was somebody else, I wouldn't have gotten, because again, it's like the Star Wars community, it's like the wrestling community, it's like this, it's like that. I hate these communities sometimes I'm a part of because of the fact that we got a lot of fucking idiots in there. My point is, same thing with the YouTube community. Like different places, any community, you have those toxic idiots, and unfortunately, sometimes that is how all of us are looked at. Like if I'm a big Zack Snyder fan, I'll tell you this much: I'm a Zack Snyder fan. I think unfortunately he
in some ways I agree, in other ways not, because especially considering I am a big Star Wars guy. Yeah, the community is fucking horrible. I mean, it's the Center for Disease Control. That
I will say this: I love Zack. Like I'm a big Zack Snyder fan. I even defend him because I feel like when a lot of people talk about him, it's not a lot of positive. I think he's a great filmmaker.
I think he's a good director whenever he subdues a little bit. I feel
whenever he
subdued.
Whenever he doesn't come up with original stories, he's best with adaptations like Superman. Like
I get it. But I feel like his best work is more subdued. Dawn of the Dead and Watchmen are my favorites of his because of how subdued there is. Because it's not the typical Zack Snyder isms, except for maybe some of Watchmen's slow-mo. But other than that, there's not that much in that movie that's very Zack Snyder specific.
But yeah,
Dawn of the Dead, anybody could have directed it because of how it's shot,
Yeah, so my point is regarding Zack Snyder, I just think that a lot of these people are fucking morons that do this and that goes for any fucking community in the world because of the fact that, like, you don't like my opinion. Well, I'm going to either, whether it's just yell at you, threaten you, fat shame you, dox you, swat you, whatever. It's stupid. At the end of the day, just because you have a difference of opinion of somebody, it's fucking stupid. Me and my fiance are very politically different and all that. I'm not going to go into details, but the fact is that we have very heated debates. Does not change the fact that we love each other. We can have those discussions without wanting to tear each other apart. I wish more people were like that just in general. We have
and don't even get us started with the whole Minecraft thing.
Oh, don't even.
Oh, I'll give you a preview because I'm going to talk about that later.
For fuck's sake.
Because I did finish watching it. My fiance watched half of it. She couldn't get through the rest. I was the trooper and I got through it.
Trust me.
I got through it on my way home from work. Or not work.
I'm gonna when that happens, I'm depending on how he reacts, I'm gonna shut the fuck up. Depending on what he's gonna say about it. We'll get to that. I promise.
Yeah, I got that, and 28 years later to discuss.
Oh, I thought you said Blade 20 years later, like Blade.
Well. At this point, yeah, it is gonna be Blade 20 years later.
I mean, Blade Trinity came out 21 years ago, so.
Thank you for making me feel old, you twat.
With that being said, Zack Snyder Colts, guys, get off your high horse. It's done. The Snyderverse is done as we know it. It's time to put it to bed. It's time for it to go away. There's no continuation coming. The only way I could see it continuing is in a comic, just like the Tim Burton Batman comics,
or season 8 of Buffy when that was going on. Now,
but that's the only way I could see it continuing. But that's it. We're done. Television, we're done.
Here's the last thing I'll say regarding this. I love, again, I thought Zack Snyder Justice League was a masterpiece. Even though it's a long movie, it's one of those movies I try to watch at least once a year. However, I will say this: while it did anger me a bit about what could have been, if this movie, because again, there's a lot of unanswered questions because again, this was supposed to be part of a trilogy. But my thing is, yes, I was a little angry knowing that I will never get the resolution to this. But I will say, but I'm at peace with it. I've moved on. However, I'm giving Matt Reeves the time he deserves. I know it's been a few years. However, and James Gunn has satisfied me in regarding to let me know that the Batman Part 2 is still happening. But however, I swear to God, if the Batman Part 2 or 3 get canceled, I'm gonna flip a shit.
I think James Gunn is perfectly fine with Matt Reeves taking his time. I think the problem will audiences care by the time it comes out? Because it's gonna be a while.
Well, to be fair, if The Incredibles can make $1 billion on the sequel, even 14 years later.
Even though it was shit, it was not good.
I will
Top
say
Gun
this though.
Maverick.
Well, look at Avatar. I know the Batman was no Avatar. Well, it was better than Avatar in quality and
Shut the fuck
and,
up. No, Avatar better.
the Batman was better than Avatar. You can't deny that.
I think on my fucking my list for 2022, Avatar was higher. Batman was number.
You shut your whore mouth, you fucking cunt.
Shut your whore mouth.
No, you shut your whore mouth.
No, you shut.
No, you
Wax on,
Fucker.
wax off.
wax on, wax off. Wax on, wax off. All
So
right.
to conclude all this, in the words of Monty Python, the Snyderverse has passed on. It is no
Yeah.
more. It has ceased to be. It's expired and gone to meet its maker. It's a stiff, bereft of life. It rests in peace. If your hand nailed it to the perch, it'd be perched, not daisies. Its metabolic processes are now history. It's gone off the trade, kicked the bucket, shoveled out the mortal coil, run out the curtain, and joined the bleeding choir invisible. This
is an X
franchise.
I will say this
Might as
though.
well replace it then.
I will say this though regarding all this is that yes, here's the two things I'm mad about the Snyderverse. Well, actually, three. Number one, we did not get Man of Steel 2. Number two, we did not get a Ben Affleck and or whatever directed Ben Affleck Batman film. Number three, a conclusion to Justice League. However, again, with those three things, because I loved Henry Cavill, Zack Snyder is the reason why I became a Superman fan. Like I was a casual, but I became
You're a casual film fan.
I know a casual.
I am Mr. Casual.
And
not all films are supposed to be entertaining.
And then of course what do you call it? Ben Affleck Batman, and then of course the conclusion Justice League. Loki, what are you doing in there? Get out of there. Anyway, my point is that those things still every so often, if I ever think about it, it upsets me or angers me with the incompetence of whether it was the DCEU or Warner Bros. In general. How did Wonder Woman 1984 come out? We did not get Batman 2. Or how
fucking garbage 1984 was. That
I love Pedro Pascal, but I can't like he. Well, actually, I can. He's the only great thing about that movie. Even in a bad movie, Pedro Pascal is great because he's Pedro Pascal. He can do no wrong. But I would here's my final remark about the Snyderverse. I would rather it die now to where we're getting some off the wall weird shit. Like we're finally getting motherfucking Swamp Thing again, ladies and gentlemen.
Directed by James Mangold, no less.
We would like the closest we got to Swamp Thing was
that TV show that they canceled before they even premiered it,
which was great. I love that TV show. But we're getting motherfucking Swamp Thing. We're getting a fucking Clayface movie, which I'm actually very much looking forward to. I don't care if some people may not say I have more faith that will be what these more.
Well, it's written by Mike Flanagan and directed by the guy who did Speak No Evil, the American version. So I have faith in it.
Yes. So my point is that some of these movies that we're getting are not your typical fucking Superman like the movies. We're getting Jason Momoa in the role that he's been wanting for years, and that's Lobo.
Yeah, he's getting the role that he wants, and not Aquaman. I don't know what they're gonna do with Aquaman. And plus, I feel like with Lanterns, the series, I feel like that has the potential to be good. That the Lanterns has the potential to be good because the cast it has, and because you have the people involved in it. One of the creators is Chris Mundi, who ran Ozark before that went to shit. And then David Lindelof's one of the writers. And yes, I'm going to make a Lost reference here because I feel like there's a reason why I'm bringing him up. Because remember in Lost, in the pilot, Walt reading that Spanish comic, that was like a DC comic. And you flipped to a page and it had Green Lantern on it. He was destined to run a Green Lantern show with.
Yes! Sorry. We're getting the WrestleMania 41 stage for 2K25 tomorrow with the DLC drop. Sorry.
So what I'm trying to say is that Lindelof being involved, that makes a perfect amount of sense considering Lost kind of hinted at it in some ways. In a lot of ways, it's crazy to think about that. But like even like Kyle Chandler as Green Lantern, or at least the Green Lantern we know, Hal Jordan. Kyle Chandler's a great actor, you know, kind of one of those underrated actors. I mean, I wanted to see Godzilla King of the Monsters because of him, and then that movie was still shit, just like 2014 was. But yeah, I just want to quickly, before I move on, James Gunn responded to all the Snyder bot people, not the Snyder cult, and this is what he said on, I think it was Twitter, I could be wrong. He said, quote, "Lo, I think we'll survive. I'm not sure the 8 people who listen to that guy, I'm going to go out on a limb and say, I guess it's a guy, are going to impact the course of events."
A fucking men, James.
8 people. Then again, with all the internet and all the bots out there, I wouldn't be surprised if maybe it was just 8 people wanting this to happen. But yeah, I don't see it. I'm saying this right now. I want Superman to become a hit just to piss off these people. I don't give a fuck if I sound like an asshole when I'm saying that. I want this movie to succeed so I can piss them off. And it's like, that's what you get, fucker. But I don't know, considering Jurassic World Rebirth is coming out soon, and Fantastic Four is coming out soon. Although, to be fair, Jurassic World Rebirth, it's getting device abuse. Gee, it's almost like I hinted at this 6 months ago. Yeah, freaking Jurassic Park doesn't know how to get shit together. But that's it. That's the opening thing I wanted to talk about. I guess Che could go first because I haven't let him gone first in a while. Unless he's not there.
Chayton, you here?
Oh, God, I ranted for nothing, did I? Ugh.
Not for nothing. At least you put the Snydercons in their place.
Jurassic movie got mixed reactions. In other words, the sun is a bright star. Isn't that a movie? The sun is also a star. Isn't that a movie? Isn't that a movie? I don't know. I get great, and now I can't go first. So I guess Soren has to go first by approximation, because he's fucking gone right now.
All right, as you all know, I'm going over the Oscar winners, and right now I'm going to sound editing, sound mixing, and film editing, and then I'm going to go to another marathon. Anyways, 80 sound editing. Number 9, The River.
The River? Oh, that's one of the first PG-13 movies.
Yeah, with Mel Gibson. My pick, Ghostbusters.
Ghost. Yeah. The sound. Yeah, is this the sound? Yeah, I think. Yeah.
Number 8, The Right Stuff.
I never saw The Right Stuff.
It's a really good movie. My pick, Return of the Jedi.
Well, yeah, Return the Jedi. Of course, I picked Return of the Jedi for sound. You kidding me? It's a fucking Star Wars movie.
Number 7, E.T. the Extraterrestrial.
That's the default winner that year.
Yeah. Number 6, Aliens.
Yes, Aliens. I mean, it's funny because, they remixed it for the 4K, but the original soundtrack, I've heard a lot about it being very bombastic and loud for the time.
Number 5, Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade.
That's one of the only Indiana Jones movies I haven't seen.
The second best. Number 4, RoboCop.
RoboCop is fucking amazing. I love RoboCop.
Number 3, Roger Rabbit.
Again, Roger Rabbit is a masterpiece.
Before you continue, are we talking? Are we going to discuss the box office too?
I was letting Soren do his topic, but I guess we talk about Elio bombing as
well.
Bad
No. Let's talk about after Soren's talk.
Okay. Number 2, Back to the Future.
Was his visual effects?
No, just sound editing.
Okay.
And number 1, Raiders of the Lost Ark.
Yeah, because the boulder.
Now for sound mixing. Number 10, Bird.
Oh, God.
Which one?
Bird, the Clint Eastwood movie. He just referenced Nanawe, but it's the Clint Eastwood movie. I think it stars Forrest Whitaker as Charlie Parker, some jazz musician, very famous jazz musician.
My pick, Die Hard.
Yes, Die Hard, yeah.
Number 9, Out of Africa.
What up, punk? How you doing, man?
My pick, Back to the Future.
Yes.
Number 8, The Last Emperor. My pick, Full Metal Jacket.
I'd agree with that.
I agree with that. With the sound editing, yeah, I would.
Number 7, E.T. the Extraterrestrial.
Yes.
My
Shut
pick
the
this
fuck
time
up.
would be Das Boot.
Oh, Das Boot. Oh, I've never seen Das Boot in any cut of
Well,
Das Boot.
well, Victor, you're gonna take a dust boot up your ass if you don't watch it.
Oh, shut the fuck up.
My recommendation, the 3-hour cut, not the 5-hour cut, because I'm not a
Alright.
total masochist. Number
Oh
6,
God.
number 6, Amadeus.
I guess it is a classical music movie, so I guess I can understand, but still, it's classical music. It bores me. Sorry.
Number 5, The Right Stuff.
The rights again. I haven't seen it.
Number 4, Glory.
Yeah, I would. I would
Yeah,
agree with that.
you haven't seen the right stuff because you don't have the right stuff.
Oh, you shut the fuck up.
Number 3, Platoon.
Yes, I would agree with Platoon.
Number 2, Raiders of the Lost Ark.
Yeah.
And number 1, The Empire Strikes Back.
Yes.
Oh,
yes.
yeah.
Yes.
Now for film editing. Number 10, Witness.
Never saw Witness, but I really want to.
My pick,
That's
Back
good.
to the
That's a good one.
Future.
Back to the Future. Yeah, it makes sense.
Number 9, Gandhi.
Get 3 hours over long. E.T. Just E.T.
Yeah, my pick, E.T. Number 8, The Last Emperor.
Again.
My pick, Fatal Attraction.
That's more visceral, at least.
Number
Yeah.
7, The Right Stuff.
Again, well, then again, that movie's 3 hours fucking long too. Jesus Christ.
My pick, Scarface. Speaking of 3 hours.
Well, that one at least justifies the runtime.
Yeah, Scarface. Yeah, Scarface is. Yeah.
Number 6, The Killing Fields.
Never saw it. I've heard a lot about it. In fact, it's funny because when my mom graduated from college, this was 2008. What's funny is I first heard of Killing Fields because I don't know who was speaking. You know how certain celebrities come down and have that lecture, that speech thing that they always do. Believe it or not, my mom's graduating class got Sam Waterston. That's why I referenced the Killing Fields, because wasn't he in the Killing Fields? Isn't he the lead? So of course he's known for Law and Order more than often than not, but still, I thought that was interesting. Anyway,
My pick, Once Upon a Time in America.
another 3-hour movie.
Number 5,
Oh.
Who Framed Roger Rabbit.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
Either
Victor,
that or
you
Die
have-
Hard.
Victor, you and my woman have some in common because she's I'm slowly gonna get her into the John Wick movies, but if she likes them, she's dreading part 4 because how long that one is.
Trust me, sometimes I can't stand long movies. Other times I will watch them like without any problem.
Some of my
Depends on the
favorite
movie.
movies are long movies. Number 4, Born on the 4th of July.
Never saw it.
Either that or Do the Right Thing.
Do the Right Thing. It's a brilliantly edited movie, though.
Number 3, Platoon.
Yes, that is a brilliantly edited movie.
Number 2, Raging Bull.
I mean, that is iconic. I mean, look at the boxing scenes in that.
And
Yeah.
number 1, Raiders of the Lost Ark.
Yeah, I'm starting to see a pattern. I'm starting to see a pattern with Raiders.
Now for 70s sound editing, and there's only 3 of them because it was more of a special award back then. Number 3, The Hindenburg.
Yeah, you were talking about the Hindenburg last week, weren't you? Yeah, it was.
Number 2, The Black Stallion.
Never saw. Isn't that about a black horse, not a white horse like Rob Zombie's white horse? Fucking
Yeah.
Halloween 2.
And number 1, Close Encounters of the Third
Why
Kind.
the fuck not Star Wars?
You'll see in sound mixing. Number
Jesus
10,
Christ, Oscars. Anyway.
number 10, Earthquake.
Yeah, Earthquake.
Fuck that movie. Number
Oh,
9,
boy.
All the President's Men.
I've heard it was really good. Although I've only seen one movie about the Watergate scandal, and that's the movie Dick from 1999. Guess why I saw it?
Yep. Number 8, Cabaret.
Never saw it.
Number 7, The Deer Hunter.
No. I mean, the sound was good in that movie, but again, too long.
Number 6, Fiddler on the Roof.
Oh God! Imagine I have to review that movie one of these days on this fucking show. I avoided it 2 weeks ago, but it's gonna probably come back to haunt me sooner rather than later. Ugh.
Number 5, Patton.
Never saw it.
Number 4, and it was the anniversary yesterday, Jaws.
Well, the anniversary was on Friday, actually.
Yeah, you know what I mean. Number 3, The Exorcist.
Yes.
Yeah.
Number 2, Apocalypse Now.
I heard that is brilliant in terms of sound editing, but I've never Mixing, I mean, but I've never seen it. Believe it or not, I've never seen Apocalypse Now.
And number 1, Star Wars.
It's fucking just give Star Wars all the awards because it was a technical marvel for the time. The sound was incredible for the time, and it was just unbelievable. Although to be fair, in the original release, C-3PO's line about the tractor beam for some reason was not there in the original release for some reason. That's a story.
Now for film editing, number 10, The Towering Inferno.
I've heard great things about it. I just haven't watched it. But again, that's 3 hours. Well,
It's a good movie, but way too long. Number 9, Cabaret.
Again, musicals. I can't stand musicals.
Number 8, The Sting.
I've heard great things, just haven't watched it. This is a pattern.
Number 7, The French Connection.
Great movie, but I don't know about best editing. It's a little too slow at the beginning.
Number 6, Patton.
Never saw it.
Number 5, The Deer Hunter.
No, that should be all the way at the fucking bottom. I mean, look at the wedding scene. My God, did it have to go on for almost an hour?
Number 4, All That Jazz.
Oh, never saw it.
Number 3, Rocky.
Yeah, because Rocky is Rocky, you know.
Number 2, Jaws.
Yes, although to be fair, I love Jaws. I love the first half more than the second half. Is that crazy? A lot of people prefer the second half over the first, but I prefer the first half. Before they go on the boat, when they go on the boat, I feel like it gets a little slower. I don't know why. I don't know why I feel that way. The first half was faster. I don't know why. I feel weird. Anyway.
And number 1, Star Wars.
Just come on. Just give Star Wars all the fucking.
Victor, I gotta ask you though, why is it dark in your room?
Oh, because I didn't have fucking lights on because it was bright outside. Now I gotta turn on my fucking lights.
I'm like looking at something on my phone and I look over and I just see pitch black. I'm not talking about the movie with Vin Diesel.
Now I start a new marathon: cinematography, production design, and makeup. Now,
okay.
Firstly, 2010 cinematography.
Hold on, before you go forward. We're doing The Stand for a third time? A third time?
Even though they already
did it like 5 years ago, didn't they?
Yeah, in 2020, ironically.
Jesus Christ! What? Because I don't know what's up with remaking that. Because I think I know why. Because the miniseries apparently was great until the end, and then the other miniseries was not very good, and now this happens. I don't know. And plus, Doug Liman, his career is kind of in the toilet as of recently.
Now for 2010 cinematography.
It's funny because we're gonna talk about him later.
Number 10, Life of Pi.
Is this editing or
cinematography?
Cinematography. So Life of Pi. Yes. That deserves
either that or Skyfall.
Skyfall.
Number 9, Inception.
Yeah. No, that would be higher though on my list though. But yes.
Number 8, Hugo.
Yeah, it's a nice looking movie. Scorsese doesn't know how to make a bad looking movie, but except for The Irishman because of the CGI de-aging. Good lord.
Number 7, Roma.
Great looking movie. It's not a movie I would ever watch again.
Number 6, Birdman.
Cinematography is good, but the movie is shit.
Number 5, Blade Runner 2049.
Yeah.
Number 4, La La Land.
Ugh.
Number 3, Gravity.
Yes.
Number 2, The Revenant.
Yes. I preferred that movie over Birdman.
And number 1, 1917.
Yeah, but Endgame should have gone winning. I know because cinematography is the one take thing, but
well, 2 takes because there's a cut.
Yes, I know. I forgot my own logic. I always say 2 takes, but still.
And yes, Tanner, the Criterion sale is my yearly tradition.
I did the Criterion sale last year when I got not last year. I think it was around this time. I got Thelma and Louise, Menace to Society, and The Virgin Suicides. Gee, I wonder why I bought The Virgin Suicides, but I got those 3 last time.
Now for production design. Number 10, Tim Burton's Alice in Wonderland.
Yeah. I mean, Tim Burton always is good with production design. I don't think that movie's as bad as everybody made it out to be, but still,
it's a decent film.
Did it deserve $1 billion? No.
I was gonna say regarding the Criterion. No, me and my fiance were we may try to get Honora, the 4K for Honora.
Oh, I'd rather take a shit than buy that movie, physically own that movie.
I'll get the
well, you
Blu-ray.
are a shit. You are a shit.
Joel
so.
made me rant about Sean Baker for the God knows how many time.
I don't know what's more, your fucking boner for Lost or your hate boner for fucking Sean.
My pick for production design, Inception.
Yes, that would be my pick. Yeah.
Number 9, The Shape of Water.
Yes, because Guillermo del Toro. I'm looking forward to Frankenstein. I am looking forward to that. I'm looking forward to
Me
it.
too.
Give me 1 second, guys.
My pick, Blade Runner 2049.
I'd still go with The Shape of Water.
Number 8, Lincoln.
Lincoln. I've never seen Lincoln. That's one of the only Spielberg movies I haven't seen. Like, I've seen a lot. It's funny because a lot of the more serious Spielberg movies I haven't watched, except for maybe like Schindler's List. I've seen Amistad. I've seen Catch Me If You Can, but I've never seen Munich. I've never seen Lincoln. I haven't seen Empire of the Sun, that kind of thing.
Either that or Cloud Atlas that year.
Oh, Cloud Asslick.
Number 7, Mad Max Fury Road.
Yes, because it's set entirely in the fucking desert.
Number 6, La La Land. Number 5, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
Good looking movie.
Number 4, Black Panther.
Yeah, because of the production design, not for the CGI.
Number 3, Hugo.
Yeah, I can see why.
Number 2, The Great Gatsby.
I'm sorry, I don't know. I can't stand Baz Luhrmann all that much. I only can stand 2 of his movies.
And number 1, The Grand Budapest Hotel.
Oh, Wes Anderson could just fuck off, though, except for his animated work.
Now for makeup, number 10, The Wolf Man.
We're talking about the Benicio del Toro one?
Yeah.
Oh, it's better than the Lee Whannell one. How funny is that the Benicio del Toro one got a better reception than the Lee Whannell one? How sad is that?
My pick, you'll be quiet, Victor, Black Swan.
Never with Aronofsky ever again.
Number 9, Bombshell.
No.
Nope. My pick, Dolomite Is My Name.
Is this editing?
Makeup.
Oh, yeah, Dolomite's. Yeah, I'd see that. I guess I can understand with Bombshell because they made the Fox News people, like, they made freaking
They made Charlize Theron look like
Megyn Kelly, even though Megyn Kelly's a piece of shit, but that's another story for another time.
Number 8, The Iron Lady.
I guess because they made Meryl Streep look like, I think it was Thatcher, right? Was it Margaret Thatcher?
Margaret Thatcher. My pick, The Skin I Live In.
Oh, that's Pedro Almodovar, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Number 7, Les Mis.
That movie isn't even about the makeup. What's so special about it?
My pick, Cloud Atlas.
Ugh.
Number 6, Vice.
Because they made Christian Bale look fat, I guess.
My pick, Suspiria.
No, Luca Guadagnino could go fuck himself with Adam McKay, for fuck's sake. And that's me saying fuck 4 times in a row.
Number 5, The Grand Budapest Hotel.
What's so special about that?
My pick, Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yes, that would be my pick as well.
Number 4, Suicide Squad.
Oh, Jesus Christ. The fact that movie won an Oscar.
Hey, at least it's for makeup and not for film editing or something.
Oh!
Number 3, Mad Max Fury Road.
I can see why, because Nux, Nicholas Holt's character.
Number 2, Dallas Buyers Club.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, because like they, Jared Leto, even though he is a piece of shit, they made him look like a woman.
And number 1, Darkest Hour.
Because they made Gary Oldman look fat. I'm starting to see a pattern here.
Now for 2000 cinematography. Number 10, Memoirs of a Geisha.
That movie is not good. Movie is not good.
My pick, Brokeback Mountain.
For me, it's not even nominated, but Batman Begins.
Why am I not surprised? Number 9,
That's true. You know what? Star Trek Beyond should have won. And that's my least favorite of the Kelvin timeline. I still like the movie, but it should have won over fucking Suicide Squad. That's for sure.
Number 9, Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon.
That is a beautiful looking movie.
My pick, either that or Traffic.
That's true. Traffic or Gladiator.
Yeah, or Castaway even. Number 8, Slumdog Millionaire.
Dark Knight.
Yeah,
And I
Dark
love
Knight.
Slumdog Millionaire, but Danny Boyle's style is mostly through the editing, not through the cinematography.
Number 7, Avatar.
Number 1 on my list.
My pick, Watchmen. Funny we mentioned it earlier. Number 6, Master and Commander, Far Side of the World.
I heard it's a beautiful looking movie. I just haven't seen it.
Number 5, The Aviator.
Great looking movie, especially the plane crash.
Number 4, Road to Perdition.
Yeah, that is a phenomenal movie. I need to watch that again. That is a phenomenal movie.
Number 3, There Will Be Blood.
Oh.
Number 2, Pan's Labyrinth.
I haven't seen it.
And number 1, Lord of the Rings, The Fellowship of the Ring.
Yeah, I see what you're saying.
And now for production design. Number 10, Memoirs of a Geisha.
Again. Oh my god, dude.
My pick, Charlie and the Chocolate Factory.
Yeah, because Memoirs of a Geisha, yeah, it is nice production-wise, but again, why the fuck? I'm going a little bit off topic, but
wait a second. They say Charlie and Chocolate. How'd y'all know? I just dipped my nose in the chocolate factory right now.
But with Memoirs of a Geisha, why the fuck did they hire mostly Chinese actors to play Japanese people? Why the fuck did that happen?
Yeah, it's Emilia Perez with the French people again.
Good lord.
Number 9, Chicago.
Meh.
My pick, Road to Perdition.
Yeah.
Number 8, Avatar. My pick, Watchmen.
Boo, Avatar. Fuck you.
Number 7, Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon.
Again, brilliant production design. I haven't seen that movie in close to 10 years, actually.
Either that or Gladiator.
Yeah.
Number 6, Curious Case of Benjamin Button.
I mean, David Fincher has his way with production design, so I guess I understand that.
Number 5, The Aviator.
Yeah.
Number 4, Moulin Rouge.
Again, Baz Luhrmann.
Number 3, Sweeney Todd.
That's what the musical. I know it's Tim Burton, but you know.
Number 2, Pan's Labyrinth.
Yeah, it's Guillermo del Toro though, so I would think, yeah, that would deserve it for that.
And number 1, Lord of the Rings: Return of the King.
Yes, absolutely worth it.
And finally, we get to makeup. Number 10, A Series of Unfortunate Events.
Yeah, because Jim Carrey really looked like Olaf. Isn't that the character's name? Olaf?
Yeah, Olaf. My pick, Hellboy.
Oh, no, Hellboy. Hellboy is beautiful in terms of the makeup. I mean, without it, Ron Perlman, Doug Jones, even though David I. Pierce voiced the character, but Doug Jones, it looks phenomenal.
Number 9, Frida.
Never saw it, but it's a Weinstein joint.
My pick, Blade 2, speaking of Del Toro.
Oh, Blade 2 is phenomenal.
Number 8, The Grinch.
Yeah, because, again, they made, I think it was Rick Baker who did the effects on that. He looked like the Grinch. Jim Carrey did look like the Grinch.
Either that or Shadow the Vampire.
Oh, that's another good one. Sorry, guys. I got an email regarding I don't go into detail of where I work, but I work like events, concerts, and shit. So I'm expanding my where I work at for events. So I just got hired on this. It's basically the same thing I'm doing with what I currently do, but I have more venues to work at now. So
number 7, The Chronicles of Narnia, The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe.
Because they made Tilda Swinton look like that, I guess.
Yeah, and James McAvoy. Number 6, Star Trek.
That's right. I fucking forgot that was James McAvoy in that movie. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, number 6, Star Trek.
Number 1.
Number 5, La Vie en Rose.
I haven't seen that movie.
It's a good one. Number 4, Curious Case of Benjamin Button.
I completely understand with makeup because, my God, they made Brad Pitt as a baby look old.
Number 3 and number 2, Fellowship of the Ring and Return of the King.
Yes.
And number 1, Pan's Labyrinth.
I'd still go with Star Trek as number 1 because the makeup on that is just unbelievable.
And that's it for my topics. Shay and you go.
Did you call me Satan?
He said Satan. He did not call you Satan. I clearly heard
Yeah,
Satan.
I said Satan.
Oh, okay. Well, if he did, that would have been okay because I am known as the devil. Also, it would be the first time someone called me Satan at the fucking Taco Bell. Yes, Jose. Thank you. Talk about the box office. I'll do that before I get into my main topic.
Yes.
So anyway,
number 1 was still How to Train Your Dragon. I'm surprised.
Shut your whole mouth. I'll do it. I got it, motherfucker. I'm gonna.
I have Box Office Mojo up in a tab for like.
I got it right now.
Minutes.
Anyway.
Once again, calling it Elio's going to be a sleeper hit.
How to Train Your Dragon, was number 1 again at 36 million.
36.5.
Well,
36.6 actually when I rounded up to
I was gonna say to round it up, So right now it's at 364.3 million worldwide currently. So number 2, this wasn't really surprising. However, I am glad it made a lot of money. I was at the fan event. I wish I could show you the poster that I got, but it's very sick. I have it on my fridge right now next to my Terrifier 3 poster.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, and I'll be talking about that in a moment. But it was a packed theater for that movie. But 28 years later, 32 million, 30 million international.
It did a lot better than I expected it would be.
And 62. I didn't think it was going to do as like this is actually surprising to me. I'm glad. I even know.
With that being said, the audience has been very divided on that movie. I've seen a lot of people have been shitting on it. I've seen a lot of people love it and other people shitting on it.
I will give my thoughts on it though in a little bit. Next up is Elio. I'm just happy that a horror movie beat a Disney movie.
That's a Pixar movie. You put fucking respect to
Disney.
Pixar, damn it.
They own Pixar.
They do better work than DreamWorks. They do better work than Sony Pictures Animation. They do better work than Illumination.
They've done the same fucking movie, it feels like, for the last 10 years.
And it's been great.
Still,
and how's that bad thing? They've been good at making the same.
Their animation's top notch. I will never take that away from them, but just not like they peaked a long time ago. But my point is, like Elio looks like a I it's not that I don't hate or that I hate or I don't want to watch it. It's a good little Disney Plus movie.
To me, I feel like in terms of animated movies, like I told you, I could care less about animation because the community is full of toxic little shits. But if I always watch the new Pixar, if anything, if there's one, and obviously I had to have watched Predator, Killer of Killers, obviously, but other than that, that's like my main animated movie of the year, Elio. That's like my main one.
Elio made 37 million
in a row
worldwide. Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna answer that question, Tanner. I'm gonna answer that question. Yes, they beat them at their own game with Wild Robot last year, but why? You think you think Gabby's Dollhouse, the movie, is gonna beat Elio?
That's live action animated though, so that doesn't really count.
Well, that's a live action animation hybrid, so it's
yes, so that really wouldn't count. Just to be fair,
but it's going under the DreamWorks Animation moniker, so I guess it technically does count because the series was produced by DreamWorks Animation, but that's besides the point.
But yeah, I like I was gonna because there are movies that have come out that are better than some Pixar. I'm just gonna be, or even Disney animated. I'm just gonna be honest here. As far as the animation style, although Wild Robots is a good one, but animation style, fucking Pixar's second to none. But my point is that even with not as good animation, there have been better movies out there. Shrek, for example. Anyway, so Elio.
I mean, to be fair, Shrek looked amazing for the time. It really
it did, and to me, it still looks good even today. I don't really like. Again, there are some movies like I'll say this, and this may be controversial. I love Toy Story, but I think Shrek's aged better animation-wise than the first Toy Story.
Well, that's not much of a contest because that movie came out in 95. Shrek came out in 2001. And 2001, Pixar was working on Monsters, Inc., which still holds up pretty well in terms of animation quality.
But I'm just using that because again, Granted,
And it was the first of its kind. Mistakes were inevitable.
I will agree. I will agree with that. I just wanted to, because like comparing, let's say, Shrek to Toy Story 4, it's a lot hard. It's a lot more difficult. At least with Toy Story and Shrek, there's a less than 10-year difference compared to the two. Even though, again, Toy Story was the first of its kind. Now, but yeah, so Elio was number 3. Lilo and Stitch was number 4 with 9.7 million, almost and it has made 912 million. I think it still has an opportunity to hit the $1 billion club, but I think I'm at the point now where I think it's going to do the same as Minecraft, where it's
going to drop off. You think it's over? It's going to drop off now?
I think it's go like. Let me look up Minecraft. I want to see how much it's made so far.
It's made over $1 billion, but that's
it has passed $1 billion.
It passed $1 billion a while ago.
No, it hasn't. It's made 954.
Oh, fuck.
Let me check.
Never mind. He said 900 something.
Minecraft.
954.
I don't even want to think about Minecraft right now. For fuck's sake, that movie gave me like
I think Lilo and Stitch is going to at least. It may pass fucking Minecraft, but I will be stunned if it hits $1 billion. I don't honestly. I don't think Fantastic Four is going to hit $1 billion.
No, I don't think so either. I don't think fucking what do you call it? I don't think
Superman.
Again, I don't think Superman is going to hit $1 billion.
Rebirth has the chance to make $1 billion because it's dinosaurs.
But the reviews have been mediocre.
Yes, but look at Dominion. That got extremely negative reviews, and it made $1 billion anyway. Fuck.
Yeah,
people didn't listen to that bullshit that Colin Trevorrow. Anyway, I'm gonna stop ranting about Colin Trevorrow. Stop ranting about him. Fuck.
Anyway, so my point. So
and yes, Avatar 3 is gonna hit $1 billion, if not $2 billion. That's almost a given.
Well, we like to be fair, did Avatar 2 hit $2 billion?
Yeah.
Yes, it did.
Okay, it did. Okay, I do wonder. Because again, we haven't got
it made almost as much money as the first movie. Almost.
Do you think Wicked's gonna hit $1 billion?
Yes, it will. It will.
Hard to say because it comes out a few weeks before Avatar.
I think it will because the goodwill.
First off, how much did fucking Wicked make overall?
I think it made last time like $500-600 million.
So there is a chance.
Let me check.
Yeah, there is a chance, but honestly, if it comes out a few weeks for Avatar, there's no way it's hitting $1 billion.
756 million.
Well, actually, better than I expected. That's why I think it's gonna make $1 billion. 700. That's easy. Come on.
It has too much going against it right now, and I'm talking mainly about the fucking Avatar.
And Zootopia is going to be a problem. It might be a problem.
Zootopia is going to bomb. Zootopia's going.
I think it's going to.
Hell no! I think it's going to make $1 billion.
Yeah, it's $1 billion.
When's Zootopia coming out?
Huh?
When's Zootopia coming out?
November. Around the same time.
See, that's going to be the problem. But since
once Avatar comes out, it's going to swipe the floor of everybody. No doubt about it.
And I like Zootopia, but I don't think that's. I think it's gonna. I don't think it's gonna make as much. It'll make decent money, I think, but I don't think it's gonna make anywhere near $1 billion. I think actually,
upset Jose. Look what you just did. You just upset him.
Well, I'm just being realistic here. I don't. Here's the thing. If Lilo and Stitch doesn't hit we haven't gotten $1 billion film this year, right?
No, we have not. Except for the fucking that's a Chinese movie that didn't even get a wide release here. So
that one doesn't count.
Yes, it does not count.
Yeah, my point is, I don't think if Jurassic World, Superman, or Fantastic Four don't hit $1 billion. And Lilo and Stitch doesn't. Honestly, and I'll make a prediction here. I don't think we're going to get $1 billion film till November at least. At worst case scenario, we're not going to get $1 billion film probably till December. This will probably be. Has there been a year, not counting inflation? I'm talking maybe the last 10 years outside of COVID.
Has there been a year? Of COVID, I am not sure. I think the last time.
2007. Pirates 3 made $900 million, but that's it.
That was the highest grossing movie?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was. No, Spider-Man 3 did more worldwide, didn't it?
No, that was 800 million.
Never mind. Yeah, he's right because at World's End was number 1. Order of the Phoenix was number 2. Then Spider-Man 3. Order of the Phoenix was the second. Jesus Christ, I would think that'd be like
This
number
may be
5
the
or
first
something.
year, almost full year, because it could still technically, even though Avatar came out this year, it could still be the first year that we didn't hit $1 billion film, because I would say if Avatar made $1 billion in January, I wouldn't count it for that personally.
Because you have to understand with how the Way of Water turned out. It did okay on opening weekend. It's $75 million. I actually was worried after the opening weekend is going to flop because it only made $75 million. But then the next week, when it was Christmas week, that's when the movie exploded. Because people want to see Avatar in IMAX 3D. They want to see it on the biggest screen possible. And that is
the only good thing. Like, again, I've been very critical of the Avatar movies, but I will say this. That is the only thing that is worth a damn about that series, and I dare anybody. Like, I would accept a challenge. Some motherfucker comes and challenges me on a debate, whether it's on this show or the Hangman Outcast, whatever. I want a motherfucker to challenge me and tell me how I am wrong regarding the Avatar is the epitome of style over substance.
Oh yeah, well, it's better than fucking Pocahontas. It's better than fucking Pocahontas. That movie's a piece of shit. I always say it's a piece of shit.
Someone give me, instead of say it's better than this movie, better than that movie, if it stands on its own, Avatar, no other movie, tell me that movie is not style over substance. It's good style over substance. I will never take away from the fact that movie's a visual marvel. But I've said it is one of the most overrated.
I'll take it compared to Ari Aster bullshit, and you shut your whore mouth.
Ari Aster, regardless of what anybody said.
He said that right after I said that joke.
All right, we got rid of the kids of the stream. Anyway, let the adults play.
Yeah. Go home.
Oh, what? What'd you say?
It's time to go potty. Goodbye.
That's why I'm on top of you right now.
I like Ari Aster, but I agree. Bo's Afraid is not good.
But my point is, that's what I'm saying. Hereditary is better than Avatar.
Oh, you fuck off! It's not.
Midsommar is better than
hell no. Yeah, 2.5 hours of a literal death threat is better than Avatar. Give me a break.
The Barbie movie is better than Avatar.
Oh yeah, with that monologue. Oh hell no. Yeah. Talk about being
12 Angry Men is better than Avatar.
Thank you. Actually, it is.
It's worse. Oh look, it's better. No, you read that wrong. Bo's Afraid is worse than Madam Web.
No, at least Bo's Afraid has some pretty visuals.
No, oh god.
And also, I've got a list of the worst movies of 2020.
So far for me, Madam Web probably.
Madam Web,
Morbius. Not even in my bottom 50 of that decade.
Madam Web, Morbius, any Adam Sandler movie that's not fucking Uncut Gems that came out 2019 anyway.
Movie Halloween. Nah, just kidding.
Yeah, so like let me see.
Speaking of which, folks, yes, the Adam Sandler rank is still coming.
Yeah, what other horrible movies have come out? Oh, that Emilia Perez.
Yeah, of course.
Let's see.
Bikini Bottom, The Electric State, On Mrs. Faustins, Cuties, Music,
Rebel Moon.
Oh yeah, fuck Horrible Moon.
Oh, go fuck yourself, Tanner.
Yes, thank you.
So you are saying
better. H2O is better.
H2O is better.
So you are. Oh yeah. Oh, so you say that's better than Halloween Ends?
Get canceled, bro.
Lost is better than Bo is Afraid.
Thank you, for fuck's sake. Somebody actually with common sense.
I was gonna say though regarding Lost, if you're talking about maybe the first few seasons, then okay. By the end, yeah.
No, bullshit. Even the last season is better than fucking Bo's Afraid.
I haven't seen Lost, so I can't.
Okay,
say.
Hunter, which one do you think is worse? Halloween Ends or actually Tanner, since he brought this up. Halloween Ends or Texas Chainsaw 2022?
Equal.
And I want to know.
They're
And
equal.
if you,
I
They're
haven't seen
equal.
Texas Chainsaw, so I can't say.
Oh, Artemis Fowl. No, that was dog shit too. That was dog
This
shit.
generation
I have listed almost 10 movies that are worse than Beau is Afraid, going by the logic of the people. Oh, yes, the wrong Missy. Yeah, there we go. I rest my case. Anyway.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Dude.
Thank you, Tanner. I like, you have been forgiven. I will like, you will not be condemned to the, well, actually, you know what? Since I am the devil, I will condemn you to the pits of hell with me, because I'll protect you.
Oh my God.
Anyway.
And you know what's also funny? Because
Thank you.
In terms
Thank
of the
you.
box office,
These motherfuckers, they have my back sometimes too, just like they have my back with Superman, you twat.
I honestly think they're on par. Sorry, I think they're on par.
I can't wait for you to eat crow with the. Have you seen the Texas Chainsaw 2022 movie?
I've seen it. I saw it the day it came out. It was fucking abysmal.
I only saw the original from
scene.
70s.
No, I thought that was bad too. And I think the fact that they're trying to go, there's a bidding war for another movie. I'm just like, oh come on, like Jordan Peele
speaking of which,
and
the Crystal
Taylor
Lake
Sheridan
series.
want to do one. I'm just like, come on.
The Crystal Lake series is currently in production right now.
Yeah,
with the hot Pamela Voorhees. Oh yes, thank you. Here's another movie that's worse than Beau is Afraid by Jose's logic. The Crow. Tell me, Jose.
Thank you.
I want you to tell me, Jose, how is The Crow not one of the worst 20? How is like Beau is Afraid worse than The Crow 2024? Whatever the fuck.
Oh dear.
Literally, I find it in bargain bins at Walmart a year later, or 6 months after released on physical media. Do you really fucking think that, like, I guarantee you, if they saw Beau is Afraid, it would still be probably $15-$20 at Walmart. There's a reason why that's there.
You know what's funny? I'm looking at the stuff involving Crystal Lake, the TV show. The showrunner of it was supposed to be Brian Fuller, but he got fucking fired from it. But the new showrunner is the guy who was the singing voice in Aladdin, in the movie Aladdin. That's hilarious.
Which one?
The original. That's hilarious. He did the singing voice for Aladdin, and now he's gonna do something with Jason Voorhees. That's kind of hilarious. Anyway.
So is he gonna turn Jason Voorhees into a genie?
I don't know.
Oh, Jose, I would love to know how that is worse, because that movie.
Oh my God! Do I have to go to my ranking now before this shit's not gonna stop?
Yeah, just go to the ranking.
Let me get to my topic, because
oh fuck! I forgot about your topic. We're talking about the damn box.
Yes. These fucking Oh, that's funny.
Well, Red Run, give me a break.
Anyway, okay. All right. So I saw two movies, one on Max and one on fucking in theaters. I'll go with the first one so I can leave Victor with some suspense before I get into its crafting time. Anyway, I went to go see 28 Years Later. As someone who was a fan of the original, but and also liked the sequel, I didn't get an appreciation for either one till years later.
I like weeks better than days, and I still love days. But weeks was
better. Both of them were great. Sometimes I go back and forth, so I'm not going to argue with you there. I will say this is not this is at number 3 of the.
Well, that's not saying much, considering you have 2 5-star movies.
Yeah, I did really enjoy this movie. I like the one critique I know a lot of people had was the ending. Now, I will not get into spoilers for what the ending was, like what they did. I will say, though, it was something like some people compared it to like a Power Rangers thing. And I'm going to say something very controversial. I know that's a big shock to people.
Power Rangers. Jesus Christ.
I loved that. I like that Danny Boyle did something like basically.
And Alex Garland. Alex Garland wrote it again too, so you got to mention him.
I love that Danny Boyle did something a little wild at the end. I will respect that.
Well, Danny, you have to understand. People have to understand. Danny Boyle is always a little wild. Trainspotting. That's a fucking wild ass movie.
Yes. So
I don't think people were expect because you know why? I feel like a lot of people are like they like basic bitch kind of things. They don't like, whenever they go for a swing, it's gonna be divisive no matter what. So
in regards to that, I really enjoyed that. I thought Aaron Taylor Johnson was great. I thought Ralph Fiennes, the greatest actor, as John Campbell would say, the greatest actor in the world today to not have an Oscar on his mantle, which is a fact. I thought he was great in it for the time he was in it. Jodie Cormier who
I think is one of the best actresses working today. I think she is.
And the real star, the one I really liked was Alfie Williams, who played the son Spike. I thought he was the standout.
Spike? We're talking about Buffy now?
No. But
unfortunately, I don't have a Spike Plus to make a joke about it.
I thought he stole the show. And I will also say, so it was probably him and Ralph Fiennes were the standouts overall. Like I said, I enjoyed the ending. I know it's probably going to be controversial to some people, but again, when have I not been controversial?
To be fair, I'm going to be fair. People shouldn't be this upset considering this is part of a trilogy. This is very in development.
Yeah, that's the other thing people hate.
It's development. Come on now.
Okay, this is the other thing that people hated about the abruptness of the ending. And I said this because at first I was on that boat, but then I had to sit and think for a moment. That's why I'm glad. So I was like,
the next movie's coming out in like 5 or 6 months. Yeah, that's not a big deal.
I will say this though, regarding this movie, I like now, like knowing that there's a sequel, I have no issue with it. And honestly, again, you just got like understand that we all knew it was going to be a trilogy. Anybody who knows about
exactly, they made it up front. It was going to be a trilogy. So anything, if I feel like there's going to be an abrupt ending, you should expect that. You should know what's going on. I feel like a lot. You know what? I am going to watch the movie regardless. But I feel like from what I've been hearing, a lot of it feels kind of almost unwarranted because it's very in development. It's a trilogy that's going to have another movie in January. Like, calm down.
I will also say I did love the lore that they've especially when it comes to the infected. I thought that was really well done. Like it's not something that like, oh my god, it explains a whole like, the meaning of life and all that bullshit. It doesn't do that. But right now I may watch I'll have to like in the cinematography. I know some people also didn't like that, even though I
an iPhone.
Yeah, I liked it. There is one critique I guess I could say. Actually, that wasn't. I liked that. Again, it was something else I thought of that people didn't like because I was like looking to see. Okay, was there anything that I kind of agree with some of the? Because again, I listen to different critics, whether they have different opinions of me or the same. I didn't hate the certain thing, stylistic choices Boyle did during the film. So I thought the opening was really great. I thought the first half, like.
By the way, I'm going to ask you a question. Is the opening the scene with the Teletubbies? Is that the opening?
Yes. the first half of the movie, I will say this. I enjoyed the movie as a whole. I will say the first half is that's the one thing I'll agree with critics. The first half is the best part. But I don't feel like it goes down the slope like some people say. I will still give it 5 out of 5. I think it's a fantastic film.
I'm gonna give it a go, and I'm gonna probably and plus look on Rotten Tomatoes at the moment it has a 89% rating. What are we complaining about?
I'm probably gonna put it at my.
What are we complaining about? This movie's critically acclaimed.
I'm probably gonna put it at my number 4. Right now, my favorite films. By the way, next month, probably at the end of July, I will be doing my halfway point in my reviews, in my halfway like movies of the year so far. Mm-hmm. Again, I haven't seen every movie in the world, but I will be doing my halfway because hopefully by then I'll have seen Superman, and fucking what's the other one? Fantastic Four. I don't really give a fuck about fucking Jurassic World or the Smurfs. So yeah. Anyway,
Oops.
so I'm satisfied. I was originally going to put it at my number 6, then I kind of thought about it, and I thought, okay, put it at my number 5.
I feel like this movie to me, because I am a fan of the first two. I know what I'm expecting. I think you know what? You know what happened here? I'm going to be controversial. I don't think enough people saw the first two movies to prepare for this, and they just walked in expecting something, and they didn't get anything that, you know. I feel like the true, I don't want to say a true fan. That makes me sound condescending, but like the fans of the first two movies are gonna appreciate this movie more than most people. At least that's what I think. At least that's what I think.
I will actually not argue with you about that.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I had to add some extra movies into my list because I forgot to add them before.
Yes, anyway, they're the greatest cameo since R2-D2 in Star Trek.
so now, I recommend it if you're a fan of zombie movies, you're a fan of like kind of oddities, if you will, with certain decisions in movies and all that.
Yeah, well, again, Danny Boyle is I didn't care for Sunshine very much, but I love pretty much every single one of his other movies. I haven't seen The Beach, though.
I enjoyed Sunshine, so yeah. But
I didn't care for Steve. Steve Jobs is kind of boring. That movie is not wild because it's just fucking Aaron Sorkin. You know, it's one of the weaker Aaron Sorkin scripts, but that's the point. That's like the only over one I don't like, but I love everything else that he's done.
Now,
so wait, the Teletubbies on 28 years later. When did Lucas get in there?
Oh, for fuck's sake!
All right, let me switch to my phone so we can get to the thing that Victor really wants me to talk about. I want to smoke while I do this, so I get full on into it. Yeah, I didn't even start smoking and Victor's coughing.
I've been coughing all fucking week. Ugh. God, ever since I got off.
It's because you had the giant penis monster's dick in your mouth the entire time.
What the fuck? What? No comment.
I'll be right back.
Come here, Scooby.
Oh, hear me. Damn it. All right. Why are you fucking sexually assaulting that fucking plushie? What did you do?
I'm hugging it. I am not doing.
Did he give consent? Did he give consent?
Yes, he absolutely did consent.
Because I didn't hear him give consent.
Because he doesn't talk very much.
So he didn't give consent. Okay, well, I got called the plushie police. There's a plushie rapist out there. Anyway.
Oh no.
Anyway. Oh, excuse me. I forgot. We're on YouTube. Excuse me. Plushie rapist. There we go. Fuck sensitivity, bitches. Anyway, my point is, all right, speaking of sensitivity and Victor's emotions, so there was a movie that we've talked about for the longest time. And it's a movie that did better than that fucking abomination Snow White. It did better than Captain America, Brave New World, which also was actually okay. I did see it. I got put in my ranking as well. Did better than Thunderbolts.
Thunderbolts completely flopped.
Is basically the highest grossing movie currently of the year until, if possible,
unless you count the fucking Chinese movie.
Stitch breaks it. A movie that broke the internet. A movie that
it broke me. It broke me.
It also broke the spirits of theater employees.
Yeah, it broke their spirits. God, look at the fuck. It makes you more respect. It makes me have more respect for movie theater employees because they have to deal with that bullshit. Like, come on now.
I worked at one, so I've always, I'm glad I wasn't. Luckily, the theater I used to work at, it hasn't happened. But anyway, so all that bullshit, right? A phrase that has inspired a nation. A phrase that almost started World War III, but also averted World War III. A phrase that has stopped the protests, and for even just for a brief moment when we all hate each other for whether it's political, but religious, or anything else, is the two words called chicken jockey.
Your life.
That's right. I don't want your life. I don't want your chicken jockey. I don't want that.
It is called chicken jockey. The two words that have brought the world, even for a few moments, peace. Yes, people, I did finally watch
World Peace. It caused me literally almost feels like I had a fucking brain tumor watching it.
I went to go see the Minecraft. Well, I saw it on Max because it dropped on there.
Just
I
watched
watched
Companion again, for fuck's sake.
I tried to have my fiance to watch it with me. She got halfway through and it wasn't her thing. But after finishing watching it today, because since I was going to be out most of the day, I decided just to finish watching it then. You know what? While it ain't the greatest movie in the world,
Move this man.
Your privileges are provoked. I know exactly what you're going to say. Your privileges are provoked.
testing. Okay.
Funny thing,
Well,
this clip's gonna be in my upcoming Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom video coming either tomorrow or the next day.
God.
1 second.
Jesus Christ. You're actually giving this piece of shit a positive review. It's corporate bankrupt bullshit. That's what this is. I will not
What?
I will not understand.
It is my topic, motherfucker. It was my topic, motherfucker. Let me speak.
It's so much might. I don't understand it. I don't understand. It is
All right. Victor, you've talked long enough about me. Let me say my piece and we can get to your topic and I'll interrupt you 500 times. Do you want me to do that, Victor? Anyway, if you be quiet for the next couple of minutes, I promise not to shit talk lost at least for the rest of the show. And I won't shit talk Avatar for the rest of the show.
That's what you get, Victor. That's what you fucking get.
Thank you. Wait. Here we go. Yeah, there we go.
God,
Anyway.
at this point, I have to do the fucking show by myself.
Anyway.
At this point.
So yes. While it ain't the greatest movie in the world, I didn't hate the movie. It's a fun little movie. Is it going to be in my top 5? No. Is it going to even be in my top 10? No.
It's probably to the late great Gene Siskel. You're
what? I told you not to interrupt me, motherfucker.
Okay, fine. I'll stop. I gotta wait till you fucking finish, and then
anyway, will it be in my top 15? Probably not either. But the point is that it was a little fun movie. I'm not the biggest Minecraft fan in the world, so I didn't get every fucking reference known to man. But, I played the game a little bit. But again, I played it more than Five Nights at Freddy's, and I enjoyed that one. My point is regarding Minecraft. I like Jack Black in it. I liked Jason Momoa in it. When I criticized the trailer for how he looked, it actually makes sense now. Now knowing the backstory. And again, Jason Momoa, even in a bad film, could do no wrong. But the rest of the cast, I was kind of on and off about. If I'm being honest with you, I didn't think the CGI looked as bad as I thought it was gonna be. Is it fucking like Avatar level good? No, but it wasn't distracting to me in a way that I feared. Again, the performances outside of Black and Momoa I thought were okay at best, but I thought, it wasn't awful. I thought the everything about, again, it's something that I don't know if it's going to be it's not my all-time favorite movie of all time, nor is it going to win any awards for me. But, I'll say this. See what other video game movies have come out this year. I didn't hate Until Dawn, but I think it's better than Until Dawn. What other video game movies came out this year? Anything?
Until Dawn.
Well, if Until Dawn's the only movie, it's the best video game movie of the year so far.
Oh,
Granny ain't saying
Soren,
much.
what the hell? You clicked yourself out.
Anyway, so yeah, I thought the movie was decent. Again, I don't understand the massive hate, and I enjoyed it. You know, it's again something I'm not going to like go and praise, but it's a movie that I actually did shit on for a while before it even came out, and you know, I came in and I was pleasantly surprised, at least in a way where I thought this movie ain't bad, but you know what? I had fun with it.
Also, Grand Theft Hamlet, if that counts, the documentary.
Oh yeah, I will say this though. To me, there is nothing wrong with this movie in regards to being what it is, mindless fun. And at the end of the day, I had fun with this movie, but it's not anywhere in my. It's not going to be. Probably the one I guess critique I'll say about it. I'm probably going to forget it until the next movie. But I will say, it's mindless fun, and sometimes there's nothing wrong with that. As someone who loves Ari Aster, A24, and all these other more thought-provoking movies, there's nothing wrong with having mindless fun from time to time. So yeah, hey, I would probably give it. I'll probably be nice and give it a 3 out of 5.
3 chicken jockeys out of 5.
Yeah, 3 chicken jockeys out of 5. So yes, that is the my highly anticipated review of the Minecraft movie. And trust me, I'm not doing this to spite Victor, because because one thing I like to be as a critic is credible.
In the words of the late great Gene Siskel, you're wrapping yourself against the flag of children. People, children, kids, people in general deserve better than this corporate abomination made by David Zaslav. It's fucking pathetic.
Praise Zaslav.
What
Anyway,
review was that? What movie were they reviewing?
That was Benji the Hunted.
Oh yeah, Born When Benji Running.
Yeah, that was Benji the Hunted.
I will agree. Maybe I'll actually sit down and watch Snow White just to suffer for a little bit. But actually, you know what?
The reason why the movie bombed was because of people's political beliefs. That's why it bombed. I know the movie
I just think Rachel Zegler's a cunt.
What about Gal Gadot?
She's a cunt too. Both of them are cunts.
Well, at least equal opportunity.
Like Rachel Zegler, I'll say this about her. While I still think she's a no talent cunt, she's at least a better no talent cunt than Gal Gadot. She's the queen of no talent cunts. Actually, maybe J-Lo, but she was actually good in Hustlers. But anyway,
Gal Gadot, Jesus Christ. Anyway, I guess I'm gonna go on to my ranking, which I'm going to fulfill a promise I made last time, and I'm going to be ranking the Final Destination franchise.
About time.
All 6 of them. Yes, I have seen Bloodlines is going to make this list because I did see Bloodlines.
Well, I'd hope so, because it wouldn't be complete if you didn't see it.
So with that,
I think your number 6 is everyone's number 6.
And number 6, just guess. Just guess.
The Final Destination or Final Destination 4.
Fuck this movie. Fuck this movie. I'm saying this up front. Fuck this movie. This movie is awful. It is so, like, even after I got past 3, I was not looking forward to watching this piece of shit again. You know it's bad when the movie, in the first 5 minutes, keep in mind, the first 5 minutes, the script calls for a mother putting tampons in her kids' ears as a replacement for earplugs. And in the opening premonition, when the race car, the car goes slipping in the oil, it makes a dolphin sound. It legit makes a dolphin sound. Did you catch that? It did. It made a dolphin sound like Flipper.
You said
That was
number
actually kind of
11.
funny.
What were they thinking? This is from the same people. David R. Ellis directed this, who directed Final Destination 2. And one of the writers of Final Destination 2 is one of the writers on this. And I'm just going to say my number 5 up front, too, because they kind of go together. Number 5 is Final Destination 2. But I'm saying that because...
Really?
Yes, my order has slightly changed. Because I'm not saying that, the directing is better in 2, that's for sure. But the problem with both of those damn movies is the scripts. But this is the worst script in the entire series.
Wow, Victor has a controversial statement. Usually 2 would be high up there in people's rankings.
This to me is this is going back to the 4th one now. By the way, this movie is fucking lazy. This movie is absolutely lazy. Even the deaths are not creative. This is just basic bitch deaths. The only thing that's creative about is like, oh, it's in 3D. It's in your face.
This is when they went CGI overload.
This is like Robert Rodriguez.
Yeah, 3D. 3D.
Oh god, like it goes to the point where it's like it's 3D in your face, like a Robert Rodriguez movie. Like it's that bad. I mean, and also to the point, the characters are all awful. This is the worst acting in the entire series, bar none.
I agree.
These people, the only people that I recognized was Michael T. Williamson, Bubba from Forrest Gump himself, and one of the chicks from One Tree Hill. And gee, there's a gratuitous shot of her wearing underwear and they show her ass as she's watching TV.
It's a horror movie. What do you expect? You at least got to see some ass.
But it's like they have zero character development. They're all awful, dude. They're all terrible actors. Like the main guy, like he just says his lines just like if he was an Asylum movie. He just says it like completely with no emotion whatsoever. There is no emotion in this movie, none. And the one, like literally, it's to the point where one of the characters is literally named in the credits MILF. I don't think she's even given a name. And it's the chick from Liar Liar. Remember the scene in the elevator in Liar Liar?
Yes.
Yeah, it's that chick.
Mommy. I will say this though. I will say this about Final Destination 4. The only thing that I actually thought was either funny or fucking the only death that I actually thought was okay was the racist. I just thought it was hilarious.
I hated the fact that the script is fucking terrible. They just put in a racist just for shock value.
I know, but the song choice and just
it's stupid. That whole scene is stupid. There is not one redeeming fucking quality about that movie. Not one.
Well, even that scene doesn't make it redeemable, but like there's at least something I enjoy.
3D, like parts of his body get split up in 3D, and it's all in his face and all in your face. It's just like the CGI is fucking abysmal in this movie, and they got a different because Final Destination 1, 2, 3, they were done by similar visual effects companies. They got a different, very cheap visual effects company. I think this is the same visual effects company that did Skyline.
Even the CG,
same one.
I need to get the 4K for that. Actually, I want to see how that looks in 4K.
But it's just the movie looks cheap. Like even the cinematography. It looks like a TV show. It doesn't look like a movie. You realize how most of the shots are still shots and doesn't move. The camera doesn't hardly ever moves.
Victor, you want to know what's funny? I thought about this. I'm shocked, especially with Bloodlines, like when it came out, right? Mm-hmm. I'm shocked we still have not gotten a 4K for fucking the original Final Destination or any of the movies. The only one we're going to get is Bloodlines. Yeah.
It's just
This is so lazy that it didn't even call itself Final Destination 4.
Yeah, it like.
Hey, I'll be right back. I'm gonna hop on the laptop.
They only pulled a Scream and just call it the same title.
And also another thing too that I want to mention as well. They try for, very cheap fan service. How? What do you might ask? How is this cheap? I'll tell you. For example, what do you see on the what is the speedway called? It's called McKinley Speedway after the town of McKinley from Final Destination 3, even though this movie supposedly does not take place in McKinley.
And the
Also,
character McKinley from Final Destination 3.
huh?
And the character McKinley.
Yes, and the character. We'll get to Ian, but you also have a truck in the movie that's named that is a bottling company, like a water company named Clear Rivers. Oh, gee, I wonder where that came from. And a bunch of other things, like even the opening credits of the movie, it's just shitty 3D versions of some of the deaths in the previous 3 movies. And even also, it's worth mentioning the score, which is fucking terrible, because Shirley Walker, who composed the first 3 movies, she had passed away once 3 was completed, and Brian Tyler came in to replace her on this movie and in 5. But in here, for Final Destination 4, the score is awful. They turned, in the opening credits, they turned the Final Destination theme, you know, into this butt rock, Nickelback fucking ass bull.
You shut your whore mouth about the Nickelback.
Nickelback sucks for the most part.
You shut your whore mouth.
No, you shut your whore mouth, Robin.
Hey, Nickelback's not that bad.
No, they're very bad.
Thank you. Okay, I'll say this.
Hey, they did the song for Spider-Man.
That's only the lead singer. It don't count.
Still, my point is, if you're talking about modern
song,
Nickelback, if you're talking about modern Nickelback, okay, I can't really argue there. But if you're talking back in their heyday, they were fucking awesome. So you shut your whore mouth.
But you agree that the version of that main theme is fucking abysmal.
I agree. The score is ass. Like the only good song that was used was actually the beginning with fucking.
Also, that's the only. Also,
fucking.
They also use a fucking Shinedown song at the beginning of this movie, and it makes me laugh.
You know what made it better? Oh wait, what year did fucking Final Destination 1 come out?
2000.
Damn. I was gonna say if it came out 2001, I would have had the perfect say would he say forever. That's
or if it came out in 2023, peaches.
No. Fuck off. Fuck off. Yeah. No. No.
I'm just kidding.
No.
La chicken. He's Papa Chicken. Oh, it's tasty as hell. Forget it.
You need to shut the fuck up.
Now, can I continue? Yes, this movie only runs 76 minutes without credits, and yet it feels like it runs for an eternity. This movie only runs 76 minutes. 76. And also, the movie. You know what's the biggest fuck you of them all? Like, I didn't give a shit by the time this happened, but the ending is atrocious.
When they all get run over.
That's a common. This is a common criticism you're gonna hear me say on this list, because after the 3rd movie, which had a very creative ending, they kept repeating. They were trying to repeat the magic of that ending, and they failed every single time. Like Final Destination, it's the worst one in terms of trying to repeat what Final Destination 3 did, where they all die at the end. I'm just like, come the fuck on. This is lazy. And then also the 3D effect at the end. I'm just like, ugh. It's almost like, oh, we got your money. See you later. Bye. It's just fucking ridiculous. And no Tony Todd either in this movie. None. It's ridiculous. I said it looked like a cheap TV show. Acting was terrible. Am I missing anything else? Oh, yes. The fact that this came out in 2009 and they put it out in 3D, you make Avatar look even better by comparison. Like, seriously, you got a movie that reinvented 3D in the same year that this almost killed it. It's that bad. Move on. Number 5, as I previously stated, was Final Destination 2. And it's for very similar reasons. But not similar reasons, because I, believe it or not, on this rewatch, I did like the movie a little bit better than I did. But there's still things in this movie that I just don't like. Now, I want to talk about the things I do like first. The opening premonition is the best one in the entire series. It is. It's the best one in the entire series. The highway, it's just, forget it. It's the most brutal. It's the most violent, arguably. It's insanity. It's so amazing. And the direction, David R. Ellis did a better directing job here than in the 4th movie. It's fucking scary. It really is. And I feel like that whole sequence is worth the price of admission alone. I do believe. I believe that's second to none. I mean, it is absolutely fantastic. What else? I do think that the movie is incredibly entertaining. There are a couple of other deaths in the movie that I do enjoy. I actually think AJ Cook, her performance it grew on me compared to the first time. I think she did a pretty good job as the lead, even though I guess the reason why I was so upset the first time I saw it is because I thought Ali Larter was the lead because Clear was coming back, but that's another story. But I feel like AJ Cook was actually pretty damn good in the movie. Other than Clear, she's probably the best character in the movie. She's the one that has the most depth, other than Clear, obviously. Let's see. Like the scene where the kid gets killed after the dentist appointment, brutal, absolutely brutal. It's just like, my God. And I don't think they CGI'd that or anything. I think that is practical. Most of the deaths in the movie are practical, even though there is a little bit of CGI in the movie, but most of it seems to be practical to me. Some of it, but most of it. But yeah, I really like that death. I like what do you call it? Is there any other deaths that stand out to me? Because it's been about a week since I've seen it, almost a week. I really like the in the elevator kill. That was pretty gnarly too. And the fucking Kratos chickening out there and going back to the apartment after seeing that because he didn't believe that death was real. And yeah, it was interesting. I like the cop just fine, although he's a little bit weak. But the rest of the characters, though, I'm talking specifically characters, they're not very good. They're not very well written. They just come off to me like stereotypes. They really do. They come off as stereotypes. They don't feel like real people. They just feel like archetypes to me. Like you got the stoner, you got the mother and his kid and her kid, and you got the cop, and you got the guy who doesn't believe in any of the stuff that's going on. You got the rich bitch. I'm just like, come on. And you got the pregnant woman. I'm just like, come on. You can't be more archetypal than that. But yeah, but I said before, I'll say it again. The writing in this movie is not good. The writing in this movie is not good because most of the characters don't get very good development. I don't know if Shane is still here, but
I'm still here.
I want to mention this because this is the part of this movie that really fucking pisses me off. This is what really pisses me off. The treatment of the legacy characters. I despise how they treat Alex and Clear in this movie, but especially Alex. You're telling me that he dies by a fucking brick? After all that, after literally almost getting killed several times, he dies from a brick. Hey, Ryder.
Victor, I'm gonna have to take a David 3000 because David is like. Did you get your dinner?
Yeah, I'm getting it now.
Oh, good. Right
Thanks.
where I'm about to take a shit. Okay, good.
Oh,
anyway.
jeez.
Sorry, David 3000. Anyway, but I'll be in the
thing
chat.
I want to mention too, like for example, you spent all that time in the first movie really liking Alex as a character, but you're telling me you wrote him out by him getting killed by a brick, just a one tiny little brick, like the three little pigs probably did one of their houses with. Well, the last house with. I'm just like, come on. That's ridiculous. Second, I do like, for the most part, how Clear is portrayed. For the most part, except we'll get to it. I want to get to it when Chayton comes back. But I do like how she voluntarily put herself into a mental institution because of the trauma that she's been having. And she's just like in a very vulnerable state. Oh, and when she meets Kimberly, like there's nothing. She's very blunt about it. There's nothing you could do. You're gonna fucking die. And yeah, Kimberly hates her guts for it, but at the same time, you really feel for Clear. You really do. You feel bad. You feel really fucking bad. And by the time she, becomes the ultimate kind of, the archetype of the legacy character in most of these legacy sequels and comes it back into the fold and tries to help these guys, you care about her for the long term. Again, I don't like how, we'll get to it, but I do enjoy that development. And I do enjoy her kind of, in some ways, not really fearing death in a lot of ways. But the other characters are just not that good. The stoner guy, I couldn't care less about that guy. I couldn't care less. He was pretty much a ripoff of Jay from the View Askew-universe, like Clerks. He's really just Jay, but he's not funny. And he doesn't wear a beanie. And he doesn't have a Silent Bob equivalent. So he's not funny. The other characters, I could care less about Kimberly's friends. They get killed in the beginning anyway, so I could care less. Of course, you got Tony Todd, and his scene is great, as per usual. But yeah, I feel like another thing about this movie that I haven't mentioned yet, this movie feels rushed. It really does. By the hour and 10-minute mark, this movie goes through too fast. It's just like it's trying to wrap itself up too quickly. It goes by way too fast. I'm just like, you're like, this movie is less than 90 minutes. I think it could be longer, actually. I think it could have been. But yeah, okay, since Shade's not fucking here, I might as well just say my main piece about Clear. I hate how she gets killed off. Like, dude, if you're gonna kill off Clear, I'm not opposed to the fact that they killed off Clear, because it makes sense thematically that, she doesn't give a shit about whether she dies or not now, but at least give it a build up. This movie, boom, the fire, she gets burned with CGI and the whole explosion. She just gets killed abruptly. I'm just like, it's a terrible way to go out. Like, are you kidding me? That's the best you got? You didn't have no build up, no, and by the end with the Kimberly and the cop, I forget his name, they don't give a shit about her. They're like, they just stare at the explosion and they move away. They don't even take a moment to just process that Clear is dead. Nope. We just move on because the whole fucking third act is rushed. So it's just, yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. I don't mind her getting killed. Thematically makes sense. But how she got killed, that's the fucking problem. That's the problem I had. But other than that, the movie is just okay. It's not a very well written movie, but it's just, I think it's entertaining. Like, that's why I gave that a 2.5, because it's more entertaining than Final Destination, the fourth movie. And now, back to number 4. That is Final Destination 5. This movie actually got better on this second go around than the first time. I didn't really care much for the first time, but I really enjoyed 5 a lot. It's not the best Final Destination movie, but it is, especially after 4. It is such an improvement in many ways. For example, the cast is pretty damn good. Like, especially considering you get 4 and they have no character development whatsoever. I liked how they had the main character have, Sam, I believe is his name. He had a development. He's trying to reconnect with his ex-girlfriend. He's trying to get this job as a cook in Paris. And it's like, you care about him. You cared about him. And I actually like some of the other characters in the movie. For example, I think obviously Champ from Anchorman is hilarious. obviously Champ is gonna be good in the movie because it's fucking Champ. Come on, but the funniest fucking guy in this movie. I forget his name. I forget his fucking name right now. Isaac, dude. His scene in the spa before his death, that is the funniest scene in the entire franchise. Oh, hold on 1 second. Anyway, that scene is comedy gold. Like when he's trying to hit on that one chick and the receptionist, and when he goes inside, and it is clearly like she's clearly like kind of disgusted by his behavior. And then when he gets into the actual spa treatment, massage treatment, he has an old lady doing everything for him, and it's just fucking hilarious. It is so funny. Like, it is comedy gold. It is so good. It is so good. I also
and speaking of comedy gold.
Oh God, no. Oh Jesus Christ, the Tom Cruise impressionist. I also liked what's her face? Olivia. I like that character a lot. Yeah, she is very attractive, but I just like the character. I like the humor, and I love her death scene so much. Probably the gnarliest one in the entire movie, to be honest. Yeah, and I really liked Tony Todd had this is probably the biggest role he had in these entire movies. He's in this movie the most out of all of them. He has like 2 or 3 scenes. Most of the time, he only has just one. He has like 2 or 3 scenes, maybe even 4 in this movie, and he's great in all of them. Again, the cast is really, really good. And Peter, the character of Peter, I love the psychology that Peter had in this movie. I really like how he thinks that in order to cheat death, he has to kill somebody he thinks deserves it. I like that concept. I really did. And it reminded me in some ways of a person that we'll get to in a moment in the next movie. But no, not the next movie. Moving on. Anyway, I'm spoiling my list now. But the visual effects, while some of it is not great, it's an improvement. It's an improvement compared to Final Destination 4. The Final Destination. I'm sorry calling it 4, but the Final Destination, come on, it's a stupid title. Yes, this movie was shot in 3D, and yeah, it has the 3D pop out in your face kind of thing. But to its credit, even though it has that stuff, at the very least with this movie, it was shot in 3D. It wasn't post-converted. It was shot in 3D. It was not post-converted to 3D. So I can understand why they used 3D in this one. The twist, the ending is entertaining, but it doesn't work as a twist. It really doesn't, because the reason why is because you could tell by the beginning of the movie, this is not the present. Look at the cars in the background outside the office. The fact that Sam's ex-girlfriend drives into the parking lot with an Everclear song playing. It's very clearly supposed to be 1999 or 2000. So clearly, I knew this ending was coming. The main problem I have, and yeah, it's another thing. They also have flip phones. That's the problem I have with the twist. Like, I like the ending in general, but I don't like it as a twist because it's so obvious. Another thing I didn't care about the ending, the plane CGI for the crash, because it's all coming back full circle because it takes place. It's a prequel to the original, but the CGI, that's the one part of that CGI that looked kind of rough. To be honest, it looked a little rough. It really did. But the best CGI is the opening premonition with the bridge, without a doubt. That looked pretty damn good, except for the CGI water. The water looked bad, but the bridge itself looked pretty damn well. A part of that scene was practical. Part of it, not all of it. Some of it was CGI, but some of it was also practical. And I appreciate the fact they blended it together. I appreciate that, even though it uses a lot of CGI. We still use a lot of CGI, but they blended it together, and I appreciate that. And the director, like Hunter said, he worked on Avatar. He also worked on Titanic. He was second unit on Titanic as well. And I think this is not the ending, but the very end with the montage of all the kills and all the kills from the series of AC/DC's If You Want Blood, You Got It playing in the background. It is a perfect ending It's a perfect tribute because this was supposed to be, again, the fourth movie was supposed to be the last, the third one was supposed to be the last, the fourth one was supposed to be last, and the fifth one was supposed to be the last, and they still didn't end it. But if this truly was the end of the series, I think it was a perfect montage to go out on. I think it's a great montage. I think it's, honestly, that might be my favorite part of the movie. It might be. It might. And it helps I love the song already. I love AC/DC. And out of all the ones, I think it is, out of all the later entries in the original series, this one is the one that I actually enjoy watching. I've turned around on this one. It surprised me. I allowed it to surprise me, and I liked it quite a bit. Okay, number 3 is...
Okay, so
What?
one. So what's left are
Uh-oh.
1, 3,
Uh-oh.
and Bloodlines.
Uh-oh,
So
yeah.
let me
Am I
guess.
breaking up, or is he breaking up? I think he's breaking up.
What about now? Hi. So, I guess I'm alone now. Jason's gone. Victor's gone. I really don't know what to say here.
Oh my God. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I hear you.
Jesus Christ. I hate my goddamn internet. My internet is shit.
Okay, so
Awful.
what's left
Anyway,
are
what were
one.
you saying, fucking
Okay,
asshole?
so what's
Fucking
left
asshole
are
Aaron.
1, 3, and Bloodlines. So can I guess?
Yeah, go ahead and guess. I have to eat my fucking dinner.
Number 3.
It's Bloodlines.
Ah.
Now, this is the first one in about 2011. Last one came out, so like 14 years, I think, right?
Yeah, 14.
And I think it's worth the wait. I really do. In terms of this is the most ambitious Final Destinations movie. That's for sure. This is the most ambitious one because of the story and the like, it's the most well produced, I guess, of these Final Destination movies. And I feel like the beginning of the movie, a whole 17-minute stretch, which you saw in the trailer, the flashback from the 50s or 60s, right? Whatever it is, but that was a very ambitious sequence. Sure, some of the CGI in that scene didn't look all that good, but I felt it was very ambitious in what they were trying to do. They were trying to blockbusterify Final Destination in some degree. Also, side note, that I really like how this movie opens with, it has obviously the new line. They pull an Alien 3. Because if you remember Alien 3, how Alien 3 opens, it opens with the regular box logo with the fanfare, but then it goes into that eerie section at the end.
Okay, I'm back. I tried to come back. I tried to come back when Victor.
Yeah, I'm talking about number 3 is Bloodlines. I put Bloodlines at number 3. And I thought the movie was because this movie, I like how this movie pulled an Alien 3 and they used the New Line logo and the music. Everybody knows the New Line music, and they might have pulled an Alien 3 and make it eerie at the end. I like that a lot, and they made it red. Just it might be a blade. How the New Line logo was red on blade, but in terms of the movie, I like most of the characters. My favorite character is the tattoo guy. That's my favorite character in the whole movie. I forget his name right now. Richard Harmon is the actor, but I can't remember what's the character's Eric. Eric is the character's name.
Oh yeah, he was a standout of this movie.
He was I loved him. He was hilarious. I loved him.
He would be me if I was like literally even my.
I see a lot of myself in him too. I see a lot of myself in him.
Yeah, like no, Victor. I have
Without
the hair.
tattoos.
Yeah, I have the hair. I at least have one tattoo right now, and then yeah. He probably gets bitches like me, Well, back in the day.
But I really like the brother. The main character I think the performance was fine, was good, but I think that main character could have been a little bit better. I think so. I think it could have been a little bit better. Like, it wasn't coming close to being as good as Sam from Final Fantasy 5, but I'm gonna push Sam a little bit more. And it's not because she's female. I just think they needed to work on the script a little bit more, just a little bit of touch up with the character. But speaking of which, the writers, Guy Busick, who alongside James Vanderbilt brought back my favorite horror franchise in Scream in 5 and 6, co-wrote this movie from a story done by John Watts, the director of the Spider-Man Home Trilogy and Wolves and Skeleton Crew. He ran Skeleton Crew. The story is really ambitious, you know? I think it's really, really... I like the fact that it was about a family now. It's not just about a bunch of, co-workers or high school students. I thought it was interesting. And it was about a family. And I don't know if you knew this. I don't know if you noticed this, but we remember the scene when they were talking about how the bloodline, was connected and everything like that. All the papers that she had. It showed... I don't know if you noticed this shit, but they're connected to Terry from the first movie. The one who gets hit by a bus. Because you see a bus on one of the papers. They're connected to Terry in some way. And that's why they went after her. That attention to detail I really, really do love. And I like the deaths. The MRI kill is the best kill of the entire movie.
Yes.
It is just unbelievable. It is unbelievable.
Like, all the deaths were good. The only one
that was great.
Yeah, the only one that I really didn't like, and the build up for it was great. And if they used practical, I think it would have looked even better. But was the garbage one?
Oh, that one was not bad. The one I didn't like was the very end.
Oh, the logs. I'd like that just because they just were like, you know what? We're gonna just go balls to the wall. Just release.
I don't like it because I said this before and I'll say it again. 3, 4, 5, and now 6 have the same fucking ending. Do something different for fuck's sake. That's my major criticism with the movie. I wanted at least one person to be alive because I thought these two, the brother and sister, were gonna get a sequel. To go in, they're gonna get another one. Could kind of be like Final Fantasy 2, where they're gonna be kind of like.
I did see that, but it just didn't look like it in the whatchamacallit.
Plus, the garbage truck, they did use practical. The log shit though, that was CGI as fuck though. That was CGI as fuck.
Yeah, I thought it looked. Again, I have to rewatch it. Maybe it was just because again I saw this in fucking IMAX, so it was like But yeah, I thought the death scenes. I like the end. I know some of you happy-go-lucky fuckers want some.
I'm not saying somebody. If anything, they should. The ending would have been better if they let the father die. Wouldn't that be a cool ending?
Oh, the father from that was the
father. The father. He was like. I thought it would be a cool ending, and then it leads to the second one where they have to cheat death again. The second movie for them, those characters, if they'd continued, they would have had a perfect ending. But no, we got to kill everybody.
At least one thing I did like. Well, and the best scene in the entire movie, and not counting deaths or not counting anything, the best scene has to go.
Am I breaking up?
No.
Can you hear me?
Am I breaking up?
No, you're not.
Can you hear me?
Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
I can hear you. I can hear you now. I can hear you.
Okay.
Go ahead.
The best scene of the entire movie, and I think this is undisputed, is the Tony Todd scene.
Am I breaking up again? Shane, I think you might be breaking up. Am I breaking up?
Soren, can you hear me?
You sound okay.
Hold
Soren,
on.
do you hear me?
Am I breaking up?
No.
Soren, you can't hear me?
Yeah, I hear you.
Now I can hear you. Anyway, continue. Jesus Christ.
No, the best scene in the entire movie, I think, is the Tony Todd scene.
Oh, no, that's without a doubt the best scene of the movie. That is without a doubt the best scene. Without a doubt. That shit almost made me tear up just a little bit.
I did because I
loved the way they completed his character arc. I loved it. I absolutely loved it.
Can you all hear me, by the way?
Yes.
Okay. My thing is, I know sometimes I like leaving things ambiguous with certain
No,
characters.
I feel like this is perfect. This is a perfect.
And I like how they didn't do the old, like, because again, we've all theorized what we think Tony Todd was and all that. And I like that it kind of subverted your expectations by basically something completely different instead of what we thought he was. And I actually really like that myself. Also, one thing else I liked is I know it was a deleted scene in Final Destination 3, but I'm glad they at least in the overall like final cut of the franchise, I at least like that they did acknowledge the fact that the two leads from part 2 were canon, that they did survive and they have survived. They've never died. Because I know
and that leads me to another point that I want to get to later. I want to get to that point. But oh my god, and especially the very, like one of the what like his final when he's about to leave, he said he's retired, but that whole monologue, I think the whole monologue was ad-libbed. Was that true? I heard it, the whole monologue at the end when he's about to leave.
Yeah, sad.
Yeah.
One of the most beautiful ways to end a character. And that's when I was almost tearing up a little bit. That's when I was tearing up just a little bit. I mean, my God, it was beautiful. Beautiful. And then also, too, that they finally brought back the fucking main theme when again, the main theme was all throughout the movie, but like the actual main theme as we knew it was played when he showed up. You know,
Yeah.
it was just like, wow. It's just, that scene. I'm honestly gonna say he's only in this movie for 2.5 minutes, but I think it's one of the best performances Tony Todd has ever given in his entire career. I think it is.
And speaking of music, considering a certain bias you have, there's one thing you can't ignore. Raindrops keep falling on my head. And
one other thing, and I will spoil it because it's out on digital. And
it's out on digital, guys.
I've always said once it gets like, to me, after a week or 2 weeks, you can spoil a little bit, but once it's out on because digital,
it's no limits after it's come on digital. It's no limits.
I will always say the funniest death in the entire movie, in my opinion, was when that piano dropped on that fucking twad kid.
Oh,
whose idea was this?
I applauded them. I was afraid that he was gonna get away, and I thought they weren't gonna have the balls to kill the kid. And then fucking
that shit was gnarly. I'm like, my God, like now Death could kill children because Death never killed kids in the previous 5 movies. Death never actually no, he went after one kid, but he was a teenager, so that doesn't count.
Yeah, here's the other thing too. I'm sorry, but Death shouldn't be. If you cheat Death, even if you're a fucking baby, if you cheat Death in any way, Death should come for you no matter what age you are. I'm sorry, but that's
he was a prick anyway. He was a prick. That kid was a prick.
That's right. That kid, he got what he fucking deserved.
Fuck them kids.
Yeah, fuck them kids.
Now, I want to say the ending to me, again, lame, because it uses the same ending again. I'm just like, oh, because I get
what you mean by, like, I liked it, but I get what you mean by the idea that since part 3, they've all died. So I will at least give you that.
At least give them some, like, you don't even have to, like, put it to a point where, you know, at least have the father die and let them be survived, and then they have to go to a sequel. That would be perfect.
I'm shocked, actually, to be frank, that we have not gotten any announcements, especially with how many.
Honestly, this is the only way I think this is gonna go. This is yes, they could do the first responders thing that we thought we were going to have with this movie. But here's the thing that I want. Here's the thing that I think should happen, and I don't know if they thought about it. They probably did because they put it in the script. I think AJ Cook needs to come back. Kimberly needs to come back, and the cop, he needs to come back.
You know who I would? Well, my mom had
because they're the only remaining characters left who haven't died.
Yeah, and also, like, for me, one like another idea would be, my mom had this idea where it'd be on a cruise ship.
Yeah, I think it would be too limited.
The Hindenburg, Titanic.
Maybe the opening, but not like the whole movie.
Well, yes, but no, I'm not saying the whole movie. I'm talking about the premonition scene, basically. Because there's so not just with the drowning or all the other, so there's so many different possibilities. It's kind of like the tower scene in this one. Like I'm shocked they haven't done that. Well, probably because the effects, but the tower scene I thought because again here in San Antonio we have the tower over like downtown, right? So like going up, so like I've never been up there. Funny enough, I've been born and raised here, but I've never been up there. But that could be a fear. People have fear of heights. People have fear of water, and all that. You could even call it the Clear Rivers fucking expedition or something. I
Oh,
don't know.
Jesus Christ. You thought the bottling company was bad? Oh, my God.
No, Clear Rivers expedition or something in that effect of a fucking yacht, like a cruise ship. I actually that would make more sense. But my point is though, is that my mom had the idea of the cruise ship. First responders, another good idea. They could do hell, even do a fucking terrorist one or something. I don't know.
Terrorists? I don't know if that will ever get made, but
like the soldiers are in fucking Afghanistan or some bullshit, and they fucking like one of the guys gets a premonition that they're about to get ambushed, and fucking and like out it turns into a slasher movie and all that.
And somebody already did that. It's called Warfare. It came out this year.
Thank you for spoiling that, motherfucker.
The movie's been out for 3 months.
I haven't seen it yet, though.
It's based on a true story too, so you have yourself to blame.
Oh, okay. Well, fuck you anyways. And for that, bye-bye now with your crappy internet.
But I will say, if they decide to continue, which judging by how this movie did, it's going to continue. That's how they should continue. I think they should continue. If they're going to have new characters, fine, but at least bring in Kimberly in some capacity. And that depends because the revival of Criminal Minds is still on. So I don't know if AJ Cook's still available or not because Criminal Minds is still fucking on, but we'll see. But, yeah, I think this is a very good entry. Very, very good. Also, another thing that I want to say before I move forward, I think this is the one movie in the series where there is a bunch of Canadian slip-ups in this movie. You're talking about a boot. What are you talking about? And what do you that kind of, the Canadian accents are a little harder. And yes, my God, do we have to mention New Line making 2 movies in a calendar year where a character is named Iris, and we even at one point something very similar. I would have 2 nickels. But yeah, it's
he has risen, baby girl.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Yeah, so next up we're going to go. Yeah, you still on, Jaden? Uh-oh.
Okay, it's next one.
Number 2 will be Final Destination 3. It will be 3. This is the fan favorite.
The original's number 1.
This is the fan favorite because a lot of people point to this movie as the best one. Now, I'm not gonna go quite that far, but it's pretty damn close. It is pretty damn close. This is the one.
I think it's my number 1, actually.
This is the one where Glenn Morgan and James Wong returned to the series after a one movie break, and I think they did a really good job. One thing that really stands out about this movie, this is by far and away, Wendy Christensen, played by Mary Elizabeth Winstead, is the best protagonist in the entire franchise.
I agree.
Without a shadow of a doubt. And Winstead has probably the best performance in the entire franchise, except for maybe Ali Larter as Clear in both 1 and 2. I just love the character of Clear. But Wendy, phenomenal character. And Winstead is just incredible. She doesn't even have to literally say anything. You could just tell how she's feeling by her face. She is that good in this movie. She is so great. The rest of the cast, Kevin, he's the guy from Luck of the Irish. That's right.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah.
The Ring 2. He was at the beginning of The Ring 2. Remember when him and Emily Van Camp watched the tape? Emily Van Camp, for those who don't know, played Sharon Carter in the MCU. He's great. And then the rest of the cast, all Canadian. They are actually really good. Of course, Chris Lemke, aka Sam from Ginger Snaps, plays speaking not one but two Ginger Snaps cast members are in this, by the way, because you also have JC Moss, who played Jason in Ginger Snaps, you know, the guy who's being an asshole, hitting on Ginger all the time. He also plays a character named Jason in this movie, except in this movie, he's a lot more nicer. And he gets killed in the first 10 minutes. So it's funny how things work. So Chris Lemke, he's great, and I love the psychology I mentioned about Peter from 5. It's similar to how I feel about Ian in this movie in some degree by the end of it. I feel like the same, you know, oh my God, that caused your death? No way. That line is iconic. And I thought it was great. But the best, the roller coaster premonition, even though it's not the best in the series, it's probably my favorite. It's probably my favorite.
Let's be honest. Let's be honest here. The first 3 movies did things that are realistically, like bridge collapse can happen and all that, but like and the tower, but like the first 3 in particular basically covered what are some of the most common fears: fear of driving, fear of flying, fear of roller coaster. Even with the 5th movie, fear of or not the 5th, but with Final Destination Bloodlines, fear of heights. These things are like that's the reason why, like say it like like riding or being on a cruise ship. I can see people because they get seasick, stuff like that. My point is though,
it's relatable. It's interesting how they do it.
Yes, like of course I don't drive, but I'm sure I'll probably have that fear once I get to it. Fear of flight. I used to have a fear of flying.
Yeah.
Fear of roller coasters. I wasn't like super afraid of roller coasters, but you know, I like these are things that like a lot of people. Hell, even in Final Destination 5 with the eye, with the like that, those types of things are things that people fear when they fucking go into doctors or stuff like that. So that's one thing I liked about the first 3 is that they basically focused on what the majority of people's top 3 fears of, because what does all 3 of those things can have in common? It is out of our control.
Another thing that I'd like to mention too, comparing this to the other movies in the series that came later, I feel like the CGI is tastefully done in this movie. It's not too much, and they do it just right in this movie.
Like the roller coaster scene.
And still, some of it was practical still.
Yeah, like the roller coaster scene I thought was really, like, again, like what I was saying about all that is who in the fuck thinks that people are going to get just basically eradicated at a race car scene? And the bridge collapse.
That's bullshit. That was the worst one.
Well, a bridge collapsing can happen. It is not as common, like in that sense, as it would as the others would be. Like a plane crashing happens, car crashes
never
happen.
Made any sense. The race car shit that just didn't make any goddamn sense whatsoever.
Yeah, the fourth one was the only one that didn't really make sense in regards to the possibility. The other movies had at least something, either most possibilities or some possibilities.
I also like how this movie dealt with. It's probably the darkest movie in the series. It is very dark, but it still has that funniness to it, and also I really like. I like just the character work in it. This one scene where Wendy and her sister talk. This is right after after the whole shit happens, the whole shebang with the roller coaster, and they have this moment of understanding that I really loved, because that went back to why I love the first movie so much. Spoiler, that's my number 1, but we'll get there. I love the more character-driven, focused movies in this series. Because if I don't care about the characters, why should I give a fuck about them dying?
Yeah, because if you can't, the only thing you're like in Bloodlines, I cared when some of the characters met their end. In 5, same thing. 3, 2, 1. 4 was like,
go fuck yourself.
Yeah, 4 literally was like basically a slasher movie where you're not there. Not all slasher movies, but a good amount of them. Not like where you're not there to watch fucking this guy survive. You want him to die in the most violent way, or chick.
But at the same time, it didn't work either because everything was fucking 3D in that movie.
The only people that I felt that were kind of like the only person I really thought was like, you know, he was the only person I was like, yeah, I can't wait for him to die was Frankie Cheeks.
Oh, oh my God, he's a fucking douchebag. Dude,
Yeah,
what a
like
pervert.
I will say though, this movie has the funniest transition of all the Final Destination movies,
Which
and
one?
that's the death of the two Ashleys when they
Oh, that
transition
is one
from
of the that match cut is fantastic. I love that match cut so much.
yeah. I like one
And
it was
they have they have some of the best deaths too. That was a pretty cool
yeah.
death too. Even
And I just laughed that they were both basically buried together and or had matched like literally the same funeral for both of them just because they're
the best death of this entire movie, however, Aaron, nail gun. Jesus
oh yeah.
Christ. Jesus, that is just gnarly. And that's the chick from Instant Star. Am I the only person who remembers that show on basic cable back then? Am I the only person who remembers
Probably.
Because because the end was a lot. It was on the end. You remember the end, the channel?
No, I had a live, so I don't remember that.
I mean, I don't know if anybody else remembers, but because it was on basic cable. But I like that scene in general is holy shit.
Especially like at the end after she got nailed, no pun intended.
Oh
After she got
God.
nailed, and then she's like, ah. I thought that was like to me, she was probably the worst one of the ones. But I will say also
Frankie Cheeks was the worst. No, Frankie Cheeks was the worst.
Well, no, I'm talking about like the saddest one outside of Wendy.
Oh, okay, I understand.
But I do like that Death is a cruel son of a bitch.
Yeah, and then the ending I do like. I like this. This is the only time in the series where I felt like, because this is supposed to be the end, believe it or not, when it originally came out, it was supposed to be the last one. So I think the ending was perfect, except cut out the last 15 seconds of it. Cut out the last 15 seconds because it becomes a premonition like, oh, we're gonna die anyway, and then crash cuts to black 15 seconds later. Cut that out and have the movie end when Wendy gets nailed by the train. End the movie like that. Don't end it with that bullshit in the last 15 seconds.
I liked it.
Only 15 seconds. Cut that shit out.
I thought the lasting image of her, like with the lights flashing, I thought her like just in like realizing that it's that she knows she's gonna die, like with I don't know why. I like the visual of it.
Actually, no. She apparently that friend who gets killed instead of her sister, she was on the coaster in the back. But she doesn't. She's a nothing character. She's just there to die. That's the one character you don't care about die.
Oh yeah, I love Train by Tommy Lee. Yeah, that was good.
Dude. So yeah, this has.
Hey, don't you fucking say anything negative about Tommy Lee, you piece of shit.
Fucking hell. Yeah, that's sex tape.
Hey, that was like that in the TV show on Hulu was great.
But I love this movie. I really do. But I still think the first one is the best one in the series. And I'll tell you why. If 3 was the darkest movie in the series, this is the most realistic movie in the series.
Yeah. Even though it's not my number one, I will agree with you there.
And that's what partially why I like it so much. And number 2, even though I said that Final Destination 3 has the best protagonist of the entire series, and that's I still maintain Winstead is absolutely incredible, and she's the best best main character. I think the first movie has the best cast out of all. What the fuck happened? Where did everybody go?
I was switching back to my laptop.
I will say this: even though Winstead is the best main character, this has the best cast overall of the entire series. This is the best cast overall in terms of like acting wise. Devin Sawa was always pretty good, except for the Fanatic. But Ali Larder in this movie, again, I am a clear Rivers defender. I love that character so much. Other than Wendy, she's my favorite character in the whole series.
The first movie is my number 4. I was looking to see if it was my number 3 or my number.
I fucking adore her. Carter is a fucking dick, but he's an interesting dick.
Yeah. Oh, you have a thing for interesting
No,
dick?
not like that. I don't mean it like that. He's an asshole, but no, not like that either. He's a no. He is a douchebag, but he's an interesting douchebag. There. I named it properly. I mean, Carter, my God, he's a fucking douchebag. And that's another thing that Final Destination 4 reference. There was a character named fucking Carter. No, fuck you. Fuck you. I think the racist was named Carter, actually. Believe it or not. Fucking asshole. Yeah, I like him. I like the teacher who survives. Like, you just feel so sorry. Like, that's like extreme like PTSD stuff going on right there. The best friend, but the screen time that he has, I loved him. That's why I like this movie. Yeah, the deaths because this is the first movie in the series, so the deaths are not the greatest. But what makes up for it is the writing and the characters. This is the best script of the Final Destination movies. You have also, I forgot, Sean William Scott is in this movie too, and he's great. And you also have Arzt from Lost, Daniel Roebuck, and the other guy who's the FBI agent. Pretty much are supposed to be Mulder and Scully because that Final Destination was supposed to be an X-Files script at one point. It was conceived for the X-Files. Chris Carter, I guess, turned it down, and that's why they made the movie. So, of course, you got a little Arzt on ya, so I'm already a little biased since there's a Lost cast member in here, so take a shot. But I just really like the characters. I really do. I really do. I think it makes up for, even though some of the deaths are still really good. Billy's death, when he gets hit by the train, like the part, and half his head comes off, unbelievable death. But yeah, what makes up for it, and I also like how they visualize death, that puffy, smoky cloud, almost like the smoke monster, but not really. But it's like, I like how they visualize death in this movie, and they never do it for any other ones for some reason. But yeah, that's my favorite one in the series. That one is by far my favorite. And what was your ranking again, Shane? Do you have your ranking on you?
Yeah. Okay, so my number 6. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. My number 6 was The Final Destination. My number 5.
Oh, you're breaking up on me. You're breaking up on me a little bit. There you go.
Can you hear me now?
What the hell's happening?
I don't know. It's always on my fucking laptop. Hold on a second.
Oh, you're really breaking up now.
All right, give me a second.
What's with the internet today on my end? What the hell's happening with your damn laptop? I thought it was my Wi-Fi for a second. Oh boy. Da, 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 da. I like the Goblin, the Maze Spider-Man 2, where you're whistling the Jeopardy theme over and over and over again. But yeah, I think it's just my overall thoughts on the. Oh, there you go. Finally, he's back. Jesus Christ.
All right, give me a second. Let me adjust my volume. Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Okay, let me see. Hopefully, I don't have this issue tomorrow.
Oh, jeez.
Let me see. Let me hope my Letterboxd is. I could just get it from here. Yeah.
I'm also doing this so I can have a fucking eating break. Because after we get to the interview, I'm gonna talk too much.
The fuck?
The fuck's what we do?
Give me a second.
God, I wish
There
I
we
could get
go.
music on me.
Okay,
There
can
we
you
go.
hear me?
Yes.
All right, just making sure. All right, give me a second. Let me go to my list. Okay. Anyway, so my number 6 was The Final Destination. My number 5 was Final Destination 5. My number 4 was Final Destination 1. My number 3 is Final Destination 2. My number 2 is Final Destination Bloodlines. And my number 1 was Final Destination 3.
Very different because I put 2 almost right at the fucking bottom. And then I put 1 at number 1. Otherwise, and Bloodlines, I put at number 2. Yeah, we are very different. We're very, very, very different. The only thing that we agreed upon is pretty much the Final Destination fucking sucks dick. That's what that movie.
Yeah.
Fucking stinks.
And again, I rewatched a lot of these movies for before I saw even Bloodline. So it was just something that
By the way, in terms of the movies that was hardest to get through, easily The Final Destination. It took me quite a few hours to sit through that movie. I just didn't want to sit through that movie ever again. I don't.
I agree with you
It's
on
just a hard
that.
movie to sit through.
Ugh, fuck.
And I also that's another thing I forgot to mention. I hate how for the 15 minutes there, right towards the end, not at the end, but towards the end, for 15 minutes there, it's a premonition. So pretty much they use the premonition that's going to happen, and they used it, and it's like padding out the runtime. That's all that shit was. It's not a crazy twist. It's a fucking padding out runtime issue. It's fucking ridiculous. They didn't have enough. They didn't have much material for even 75 fucking minutes. It's ridiculous. Because remember, right when Michael T. Williamson dies the first time, up until I think it's the movie theater, the escalator part.
Oh yeah.
That's just a premonition, and it's revealed as a premonition. I'm just like, what the fuck? This is padding. And I love the fact that they think they cheated death almost an hour into the movie. You think the movie's almost going to be over, but no, there's only 30 minutes left. It's fucking ridiculous. I hate that damn movie. It fucking stinks. It's a 0. So yeah, enough about Final Destination. Let's talk about Live, Die, Repeat. Oh, that's not the title?
Oh, yeah.
I die within 5 minutes of landing on that beach. The invasion failed. We lose everything. Now I live the same day over and over.
You have to die. Until you change the outcome.
They know we're coming! Finish it!
Edge of Tomorrow, rated PG-13, starts June 6th.
Still, I think that
still.
it's still Edge of Tomorrow to me. It's not Live, Die, Repeat. Hell no, not that shit.
Yeah, it's Edge of Tomorrow. Nothing more, nothing less.
Yeah, even though it's a generic title that makes me think of Crush 40, but still, it's the title of the movie. Edge of Tomorrow is a 2014 American science fiction action film directed by Doug Liman, screenplay by, once again, we talk about him the week after we talked about The Final Reckoning, Christopher McQuarrie, Jess Butterworth, and John Henry Butterworth, based on the manga All You Need Is Kill by Hiroyoshi Sakurazaka, produced by Erwin Stoff, Tom Lassley, Jeffrey Silver, Gregory Jacobs, and Jason Haas, starring Tom Cruise, Emily Blunt, the late great Bill Paxton, and Brendan Gleeson, released on June 6, 2014 by Warner Bros. Pictures and Village Roadshow Pictures. Budget $178 million and made $370.5 million. So technically, it just barely broke even. When Earth falls under attack from invincible aliens, no military unit in the world is able to beat them. Major William Cage, an officer who has never seen combat, is assigned to a suicide mission. Killed within moments, Cage finds himself into a time loop, which he relives the same brutal fight and his death over and over again. However, Cage's fighting skills improve with each encore, bringing him and a comrade ever closer to defeating the aliens. 91% Rotten Tomatoes, 7.9 out of 10 on IMDb, 71% on Metacritic, 3.8 on Letterboxd. Now, before I even get going with this, I want to say this right now. The reason why this movie didn't do all that good is because of the damn marketing. The marketing is what caused this movie to fail. Because a lot of people were telling me, a lot of people were saying when the trailers came out, this looked like shit. And then when people saw the movie, people were like, wow, it's actually really good. I bet you and this is why they had to fucking retitle the movie to Live, Die, Repeat, I think. This is why. Warner did not know how to market this movie. It was so radically different compared to all the movies coming out at the time. It was Groundhog Day meets Final Destination meets Starship Troopers. It's a crazy concept. And yet everything about it works. Everything in this movie works. I think, at least. I think, other than The Bourne Identity, I think it's the best Doug Liman has ever been as a director. Maybe even better, but I think I have more personal attachment to The Bourne Identity than I do Edge of Tomorrow. But I still think this is one of his best works. I think so. And in terms of the performances, I think Tom Cruise does arguably one of his best performances. But again, that's not saying much because, of course, Tom Cruise is my favorite actor. I'm a little bit biased when I say that. But I feel like he hasn't been this comedic since Jerry Maguire. This is the most comedic role he's ever played since Jerry Maguire. And it is fucking hilarious. He's hilarious in this movie. Like, this movie had fucking internet.
Soren, can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you.
Okay, good. It's not me.
Oh, look, you pulled a Tom Cruise and...
Were you guys talking when I was talking? If so, my fucking internet is so shitty. My internet is fucking abomination.
Look, guys, Vic pulled a Tom Cruise and Liv died and repeated.
Oh, I hate my internet so much. But yeah, I really enjoyed Tom Cruise's
I hate
movie.
you too, man.
Ow! Fucking internet.
See?
But yeah, Tom Cruise is great. Emily Blunt, I think this is the movie that kind of made her an action star. Yes, she was. It was indeed true that she was indeed originally cast as Black Widow in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, starting with Iron Man 2. But however, Rothman fucked with that because he wanted reshoots on Gulliver's Travels, and that's why I went to Scarlett Johansson.
I bet Lucas is happy.
But yeah, Emily Blunt was supposed to be that, so she could have been an action star earlier. But now, a lot of the stuff she's doing these days is kind of action based now these days. But she's great in this. I think it's one of her. God, the coughing's gonna drive me insane. This is one of her better performances. I really care. I think the romance that these two have, it's very sweet. It's very touching. You know, the camaraderie they have. The camaraderie. You could tell I speak broken English, but I really like that. Bill Paxton. I think this is the last movie he did. It's not the last role he did. I know the Training Day TV show was the last thing he did, but I think this is the last movie he was in. I think before he died. I think if people could, what the hell's going on here? What the hell's going on here? What does David have Victor has a small peepee? What? Who put that in there? Who put that in there?
David, what the fuck?
David! Oh my God. Jesus. Oh, now people are voting about 50-50. Oh God, 50-50. Now people are saying I have a small peepee. What the fuck? What the fuck is this? What is this, David? You have to explain yourself, unless it's Chayton doing this to fuck me
No,
over.
it's not me, but I did vote. I did vote yes.
Oh my God, David.
I'm not seeing anything here.
Go to the actual YouTube.
Right, I'm looking at it right now. What the fuck? It is 67% yeah, 33% nope. Oh wait, now it went down to 50-50. All right.
Jesus Christ.
Keep
the poll, everybody. Keep the poll just so we can see for shits and giggles.
No. I voted no. Don't worry.
But yeah,
I voted yeah.
I'm talking too much. Talk about this damn movie with me, guys. I'm talking too much. I need to eat my dinner.
Eat your dinner while talking.
Yeah, thank you, Tanner. At least somebody who has. I'm baffled. I'm baffled. Yeah. You talk, Chayton. You talk because I'm eating. You talk.
I'm eating too, motherfucker.
Fuck. Oh, wait.
Anyway, I'll
you
give.
Talk then.
Yeah, Soren. Yeah, go. We'll let Soren have the floor for a moment.
You know, remember when I said that Interstellar was my pick for best sound editing? Actually, I take it back. It might go to Edge of Tomorrow.
Because it was a better sound mix than Interstellar because the score was the horn, the organ.
Yeah.
But
and this is
I will say
whether this is a better Groundhog Day than the actual Groundhog Day is up to debate. But At least from what I hear, it did better than Until Dawn.
Hey, it did it better than Happy Bullshit Day.
I haven't seen the Happy Death Day movies, so I can't say.
I hate how the horror genre is pretty much just Groundhog Day, but this. It's just fucking ridiculous. Come on. Do something original. But I really like the blend between that Groundhog Day concept with Starship Troopers primarily.
I think David ended the poll. Right now, it had 5 votes, 60% yes, 40% no. Oh, he's about to go kill David.
Then again, I haven't seen Palm Springs. Doctor Strange also had a time loop.
Fucking pieces of shit. Why do you think I have a small pee-pee?
Mind you, I was one of the votes that said yes.
Boo! You deserve
and I created the poll.
You get the fuck away from me, bitch!
How easily you
They didn't keep their promise. They tricked me, and I don't care anymore.
Yeah.
How easily you believed that was David. Shame on you, Victor.
Just for that, Jaden, you're gonna get drafted into the Alien War with no time loop.
Oh, that's all right. Like getting killed by aliens better than getting just dying of old age or some other bullshit.
Yeah, you got me there.
But yeah, I think the aliens are visually very interesting. They look more like creatures than they do aliens, but I think they're visually interesting. I also think that, again, it reminded me a lot of Starship Troopers, except without the satire. This movie plays it straight. It doesn't play it like a satire like Starship Troopers does. But, I really enjoy the actiony bits because Doug Liman knows, for the most part, how to direct action. And I think a lot of the stuff from the script, I think a lot of the oomph of the script probably came from Christopher McQuarrie because he is he's known for coming in as a script doctor at certain movies like Mission Impossible Ghost Protocol. He was brought in as a script doctor on that, and that's how he became the director from then on after Ghost Protocol of all the Mission Impossibles. And the humor is key. It does not take itself very seriously. It just has fun with the concept. And by the end, you feel like you had a satisfying experience. Like, the special effects are phenomenal. They are phenomenal. Done by Sony Pictures Imageworks. I think it's one of the better movies that Imageworks has worked on because a lot of the stuff Imageworks does, I don't necessarily care for the CGI, but like stuff like Spider-Man 2 and this and maybe another movie that I'm not thinking of right now. They're really, really good at what they do. The music is pretty good. Christoph Beck did the score. He did the score for Bring It On, WandaVision, Free Guy, Frozen. There's a couple others I'm probably missing. Big Fat Liar, which we're gonna get to maybe sooner rather than later. The score is good. I like the needle drop at the end. The song at the end is really good, and I like how this has one of my favorite cut to credits moments in any movie, where he ends the time loop. Everything goes back to normal, and except for he ends the alien war. They all end it, and he goes to Rita. Cage goes, fucking. It's my internet. This fucking bullshit. I mean, can you still see me?
You cut off for a moment.
Fucking internet. I swear to Christ. I have to refresh my page. Fucking piece of shit.
All right, so now, ladies and gentlemen, I refresh that page. Thank y'all for voting that Victor has, in fact, a small PP. It's all right. It's all right, Victor. You'll find someone who loves your small PP.
How do you know that? You haven't seen him in any pornography recently.
No, I just voted, or I just made the poll, and people voted yes. So but I know you voted no. So, but I could turn that question to you, Soren. How would you know he does have a small PP?
Okay, you got me there.
But But anyway, yeah. So Victor, while Victor does it, let me take over the show, put me at the top,
I
where I
swear to
belong.
Christ, if this internet fucks me over one more time, I'm just gonna be.
Are you gonna fuck it?
No, I'm not. But I will say, yeah, this has, like I will say before, as my favorite, my favorite cut to the credits type of moment, because it just hard cuts to the credits after she asks him, "What do you want?" And he just goes in after all this time, and he just laughs, and then it cuts to that song, and directed by Doug Liman. I think it's one of the best ways to end a movie. Period.
Is it better than Fan 4 Stick?
Oh, for fuck's sake!
Was it fantastic?
Oh, Jesus Christ!
Say that
God help
again.
me.
It's
Guys,
fantastic.
I got it. Ready? Boom. Cut to credits.
Oh God, fucking assholes! You guys are ridiculous. But yeah, and I really like what else do I like about it? Like I really like some of like because really what I like about it is that it's mostly a two-handler movie. There's not that many characters in it. It's just really Cruz and Blunt for the most part really on screen together, and I think they work well off each other, and because the two-handler, it is one of the better two-handlers especially in action movies. Like the action is fantastic. I like the idea of what they call it, the thing that they have to go inside to kill to end the time loop and save everybody. What the hell is it called? There's a name for it. I'm not fucking remembering right now. It's a super organism. Oh, an omega. Trying to find an omega to kill to, end this for all. And, I think it's really interesting. I also think that, it's just fucking entertaining. And I spoke too much about it. You guys need to speak up. I'm speaking too much about this damn movie.
Yes. Like I will be honest, when it came out, I wasn't like when the trailers and all that. And that also is at fault for why the movie didn't do so well, was the marketing.
That's why I
But,
said the marketing caused this movie to fail.
Yeah, but like after what, like I did watch it in theaters. Still, I think it was primarily because I had nothing else to watch at the time. So that's how I wound up enjoying Venom, because I just watched it because I thought.
Fuck Venom. That movie's a piece of shit.
Well, then again, it's not a huge bomb, because according to Wikipedia, the budget is 178 million, the box office 370 million. So it grossed more than twice its budget.
It just barely broke even, though. It just barely broke even. But
my point is though, is when I saw it in theaters, I really enjoyed it. I did see it a few times, especially once I started seeing that it wasn't doing well financially at the box office at the time. So I wanted to support it. And again, even with repeats, it didn't affect me in any way. And even, like, again, watching it for this review, it still holds up 11 years later.
I think
And plus, another reason it bombed, it had to go up against Maleficent and Days of Future Past.
Maleficent was a fucking shitty movie. I will never understand why it made money. That is one of the worst Disney remakes. Maleficent was fucking dog shit, and the sequel was dog shit too.
I will also. I
Angelina Jolie is perfect as Maleficent, but the rest of the movie fucking stank.
I liked the first Maleficent, but I never saw the second one.
It was awful. It was awful.
Second one's a bit better, but still not good.
But my point is though, regarding all this, is that I really like Tom Cruise. I liked the comedy in it. I also I thought Emily Blunt was a standout of the movie, and it was a fun. It was like one of those. And also, I like that Tom Cruise didn't play the ultimate badass. It was actually kind of
about it, because his character never saw warfare, and
he was a chicken shit. Let's just be honest.
I think it's like the most. I don't want to say, because there's a lot of other people characters that he's played that feel really human, but this is like the most like realistic. Like it feels like anybody could be in this scenario. Like he plays the most like normal guy. You know, other than Jerry Maguire, he doesn't get a very much chance to play a normal
It wasn't.
guy.
It wasn't. Yeah. It was against typecasting. Let's be honest,
Yeah, it was
because
against type.
yeah, and like kind of like Les Grossman in fucking Tropic Thunder. I always liked when Tom or fucking Vincent in Collateral. I liked when
Or again, Jerry Maguire.
yeah, but I'm more looking after he became a megastar. Because he basically while he played different
Jerry
characters.
Maguire was after he became a megastar too.
Yeah, but let's be honest here.
6 months before.
Let's be honest here. Mission Impossible in that series was kind of where, like, you know, like that Interview with the Vampire. Those were like the movies where he be like, you know, like it, like I don't think before Jerry Maguire or even after it. I think during Mission Impossible was when his name popped up on the screen and you had to see it.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, Interview with the Vampire came out 2 years before Mission Impossible. So.
Yeah. My point is though, is that like, yeah, I like that he went against type. That's probably one of the better parts of the movie. And just his arc. And Emily Blunt, I think she had the best performance in the movie, in my opinion. But I thought, again, I think the effects still hold up.
Mm-hmm.
And the movie as a whole holds up still to this day. And you know what? I know people were screaming for a sequel. I'm okay that this movie didn't get a sequel.
This does not need a sequel. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it doesn't. It doesn't. It doesn't. Like I am.
Perfectly. Why the fuck would there be another alien threat to pretty much ruin the outcome of this movie?
Not
Especially
every
considering
fucking
the aliens died in at the end. So
not every movie needs a fucking sequel. That's just how it is. You know, like I'm glad Ryan Coogler basically said there's not gonna be a sequel to Sinners.
Thank God.
Would I go and see a Sinners sequel? Yes, but
a lot of people are saying, "Oh, Sinners 2, heavily rumored." I'm just like,
Sinners 2, can't wait to see it.
I'm just like,
Tomorrow 2, can't
wait
to see it.
Hell, even Companion. I don't like Companion's another one.
Here's the thing, I'm ultra protective of Companion because it's still my favorite film of the year. Do not make a sequel to it. Iris's story is done. Let her live her life. Let her be happy as a robot. Don't make some bullshit up because especially, God forbid, that fucking Megan spinoff called Soulmate that's coming out next year. It's probably rip off a Companion, but that's another story. But anyway, continue your thought. Gonna get ran again.
Yeah, but like, yeah, so that's the whole thing. Like, you know, like I know, like I think Tom Cruise was talked about the idea of a Les Grossman movie. I would still see it. I'm not gonna fucking sit here and deny it, but
at least that had potential because it's all about him.
Yeah, I will still see it, but if we never get, you know, another fucking Tropic Thunder-esque sequel, I like hell, like, you know, even though, you know, I'm morbidly curious about Spaceballs 2, I am worried because I just feel like we haven't hit that renaissance of the spoof films, because I think that's going to start with the Naked Gun.
My worry about Spaceballs 2 is that I hope Mel Brooks doesn't fucking die while they're making it. He's already 98 years old.
Yeah, true. Like, why? Like, to me, why do it before you're about to expire? Again, I'm not trying to wish death on somebody, but the fact is that fucking he's 98. Not a lot of people get past, like, once they hit 100, not a lot of people get past that, and sometimes not a lot of people get past 100. But my point is regarding that is that like, I just, again, with this movie, it's perfectly fine as a standalone movie. It does not need a sequel. It never needed a sequel. I don't care what anybody. It doesn't even need a spin-off of Emily Blunt's character.
No,
not every fucking movie needs a bajillion sequels and a bajillion spin-offs. Like, okay, here's a prime example. I like Ballerina. Was it necessary?
No. They should have ended this bitch at chapter 4, to be honest.
And I'm like, but is it still good? Like, does it still stand up with the other John Wick movies? Yes. Like, does John Wick 5 need to happen? No. But again, you've had 4 excellent sequels. one better after the other. I know I may be in a minority of this, but I think chapter 4 is the best.
No, I mean, chapter 4 is the best, without shadow of a doubt.
Okay, so I'm not in the minority, but my point is though is that imagine like I'm only okay with a sequel to John Wick, just because the numbered movies in this series have just gotten better and better and better. But again, it's not like there are certain franchise or certain movies that can use a sequel for world building or fucking more exploration of a character or something. But there are other movies like Edge of Tomorrow that don't need a sequel.
Yeah.
And and it will still be a great fucking movie. It doesn't need a companion piece. It didn't end where there was room for a sequel.
No.
There's really nothing else that what Edge of Tomorrow where he like basically it's Groundhog Day again.
Yeah, did the alien race not fucking die? Like Jesus
Or
Christ.
or if there's a new alien race, is it fucking the same thing? Like again, this movie is not really they're like anything that they do after this is played out.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that's my overall thoughts on the movie and minor rant about sequels. Again, I love sequels, I love remakes, but I also am under the camp that not every movie needs a fucking sequel.
Yeah, exactly. Just like what you mentioned, Companion does not need a fucking sequel, and that's saying a lot because it's my favorite film of the year. How that movie ends is very conclusive. It's not.
Yeah. Even Sinners was conclusive. We had a fucking post-credit scene that basically wrapped everything that maybe had questions up.
Uh-huh. Yep.
So my point is that we don't need sequels, we don't need remakes, we don't need some big universe of different things.
Yeah.
Like
yeah, we don't need a Minecraft 2. I'm saying it right now. We do not need.
We're getting a Minecraft 2, Victor. We're getting Minecraft 2.
We're getting Minecraft 2. I don't give a shit if we are. We don't need it. We don't.
We're getting Minecraft 2. We're getting it. It's okay. You just accept it.
Fuck off! I'm not accepting it. I'm going to be ranting, but if this show still continues by the time that movie comes out, I'm still going to bitch about it.
We've passed 100 episodes, unless the channel gets taken down. I've already told David that if anything were to happen to y'all, I will run this bitch because this is like when I talk about when I do the Outcast. Granted, we're moving in we're going to be talking more about politics and a few other things that are going to be maybe controversial away from the YouTube bullshit, but I have to deal with fucking idiots, trolls, doxers, all this other bullshit. This is like on the Outcast, and we have fun still on the shows, but we've had those discussions. This is like my calm before the storm type shit. So I need this fucking show. I've even told David there's a possibility that because I've had talks about if something and I could talk about behind the scenes, something were to happen, I decide to leave for good. There's still the possibility of me still doing this show because it is the one thing I love to talk about more than anything else, and that is film.
But yeah, as I said, no need for a sequel. But that being said,
we're getting a sequel.
No, I'm not talking about Edge. I'm talking about Edge of Tomorrow. I'm not talking about.
Oh, okay. Never mind. We're getting a sequel to Minecraft though. Anyway, go ahead.
5 out of 5.
What's up, Caucasian?
Yeah, 5 out of 5.
I 5 out of 5 too. I can't fucking argue that.
Perfectly balanced as all things should be.
Oh Jesus Christ. Now hopefully the wheel will not spin on some bullshit because we actually had a good movie for fucking once and not whatever the fuck
okay. Oh yeah, I got work on that. Or got work on a shirt design for you, Caucasian. Give me a day or two. I need to. I was like, who am I supposed to be making a logo for? And then I see you and I remember. Anyway.
Hey, adjust. Oh please. Oh come on, son of a bitch. 3, 2, 1. Oh,
big money, big money, big money.
Oh God, no! Oh no, not Medea! No! Oh wait, never mind. It was close to Medea, but it was not Medea.
Is Jared gonna
Thank
be
goodness.
here next week?
I think he might be. He decided. Yeah, I think he might be, especially considering it's his pick. I think he might be. So this is one of the only Christopher Nolan movies I haven't seen. Yes, I know I have never seen the fucking Prestige, but now
Wait,
I
since
am.
Jared ain't here, we should spin again. Fuck that shit.
Well, we did that last time with Dreamcatcher. I hope that's not gonna bite us in the ass.
Well, we did that with Dreamcatcher, so we should be fair. We do that with Tom's. What was a VHS movie we were supposed to do too? We skipped that too because he wasn't here.
Yeah, but that was tough.
We gotta go by the rules, Victor.
All right, fine. Go fucking spin it again.
I'm going by your rules. Like if like that one time. Hope he doesn't.
I don't want to watch no kitty bullshit.
Oh, okay, I'm fine. Whose pick was this?
It's mine.
Okay,
Damn
I'm good
it.
with this. I'm good with
Well, at
this.
least-
Hey, it's
I'm
the
good with
very
either
first movie
one,
I
but
chose.
Well, at least it's short. If I'm gonna do it, at least it's fucking short. And plus, Jared has to review this movie anyway because his damn Disney marathon. Oh wait, that wouldn't make any. Damn it, he's gonna fucking cheat his ass way there because he's meant for the Renaissance. He's not for the Second Dark Age yet. Whoop. Anyway, but I guess we could do that because at least it's fucking short.
thank goodness we didn't land on Medea for the second one. Then I would have told you, Victor, I give you full permission. I will not bitch at you. Veto that, overrule it, and we'll go back to Prestige. But in Pursuit Groove, I'm down for.
It's all coming together.
And plus, I will. I guess I'll say this before we end it. I'm going to try to be on here next week not because I'm working. Yeah, I'm not working next week, but the thing is though, I don't know how many of you know, even in the chat, Mr. Dirk Mason will be coming down here, from his area on the 1st, which is next Tuesday. And, if I'm supposed to be having, me and my fiance are going to be there to have dinner. I am going to, with him and Lennon's kitchen. So I'm going to talk to Lennon about this and ask him, hey, is it good if I pop in, whether it be near the review or for the whole show? We'll figure that out because I personally would want my fiance to get to have conversation. So I may either pop in and out or what. So I will, because I don't know what my topic's going to be because I'm not seeing any movies this weekend, at least nothing in theaters. I'm not seeing a new movie until Superman in a few weeks. So, but yeah, I will keep you all updated. Like I said, if I'm not on here for the whole show, I will try to be here sporadically. Also, get my thoughts on the Emperor's New Groove, and all that. So, anyway,
as I was saying, as the wheel.
We did spin again, Hunter.
Well, technically speaking, we did in the Emperor, and then we landed on this movie is not about Emperor Palpatine, though.
Yeah.
But with that being said, we'll do that next week, and I guess by default it will be our 4th of July special because I don't know what we ran out of 4th of July movies to talk about. Remember, the past 2 years I've done 4th of July specials for Independence Day the first time, and then Air Force One the second time.
Wait, haven't you done I Know What You Did Last Summer?
Yeah, we haven't done that, but that's already on the wheel. Don't count.
Oh, okay.
I mean, we could do Independence Day Resurgence, but
no, fuck that shit. That shit does not exist, frankly.
Yeah.
But yeah, I guess we already run out of fucking material for 4th of July, and we already did Jaws in an earlier episode before 4th of July. So I don't know. I don't know. Hopefully, I gotta get something done because in 2 months it's gonna be the fucking 3rd anniversary show, and I gotta fucking think of something that we gotta do because usually I'm the one who usually comes up with it, and I gotta think of something.
Minecraft.
No, hell no. I am not doing that a second time. Do you want me to go insane? Didn't y'all already do Team America? No, I haven't.
No,
Is it on the wheel?
I don't think
no,
so.
I don't think so.
That could be an idea. Oh wait, well I'm assuming he's referring to 4th of July.
Oh. Yeah. Oh, wait, right. I didn't put Team America on the wheel because remember the South Park movie review did not go the way I intended it to go. If you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
But I mean, geez, should we just abandon Emperor's New Groove and just go fucking Team America? That's a thought. But even though it's
That's
huh?
That's up to you. I'm no problem, man. That's up to you, man. I'm down for either one.
I mean, we gotta be consistent about what we're fucking doing here, so it only makes sense. Shit, now I gotta put fucking Emperor's New Groove back on the fucking wheel now. Great.
Do it the week after.
Wait, we could always do it for the week after, yeah.
I guess so.
Didn't we do that? Didn't we do that once before where we did a movie for a special and then we did the other one later on?
Yes, usually I try to do that whenever possible.
So we could do Team America next Tuesday, Emperor's New Groove the following Tuesday.
I guess so. That makes sense. That would make.
Yeah, I'm down. I'm down for that. Like,
Okay,
Soren, are you good with that?
Yeah, good.
All right.
So I guess change of plans. Team America World Police will be for next week, and at the same time.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's right because what was it?
That's right, because Schindler's List is about to land on April 1st, and I felt like it was an incredibly inappropriate movie to be doing something like that for. Especially for
so okay. I was trying. I don't think I was on that episode.
No, not the Jackass one. Oh no, you weren't on either of them actually.
Yeah, it was probably because of work or something. Like, oh, and also one more thing. Hopefully, I did tell my job that unless the other like working events, unless that interferes. I did tell the main job where, like, you know, they do the schedule for me instead of me picking my own. That if possible, have Tuesdays and Wednesdays off so I could do the shows. But also, if let's say they really need somebody, then yeah. But like that's preferably. So it should not be a factor in my in my availability from going forward. The only thing that would really keep me away is if family, or just a flat emergency, or if I get called in or something. But again, I'm pretty confident that will not be a factor at least until September. So We'll see.
With that being said, 4th of July special next week. Then Team America World Police, and nobody will get offended, unlike last time that we did South Park, because frankly. People need to understand what Trey Parker and Matt Stone are about. I feel like not enough people.
Oh, Victor, I'm offended by you saying about people being offended. I'm offended.
Yeah, people need to grow some balls in terms of comedy.
Oh, I'm offended by you saying that too, Soren. You fucking. How dare this is supposed to be
that you're offended.
Well, I'm offended that you're offended. I'm offended, and also this is a kids show. God fucking damn it! Now sit the fuck down, you cunt. And smoke some weed while you're at it.
Oh,
anyway.
God, that's God. It's finished.